Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 3 of Big Dice Energy, the show where the real adventure is in the friends we make along the way, in a cursed bog, where we try and sleep with a hag. Well, one of us does. Bards, am I right? If you can't beat him, So, how is everyone this
She was
week?
really pretty at the time. She was really pretty.
She was really pretty.
We've all been there, it's fine.
Everyone's tried to
The morning after, it was just totally different.
The morning after, the night before. So, how is everyone this week? We have, first off, we have our wonderful M back, our tiefling druid, back from, I assume, just dying.
Much.
People do that sometimes. Wow. But we are a full party once again. Hello everyone.
Hello there.
How is everyone this week?
Lovely.
I feel bad that Ian's gonna find out the predicament that we put ourselves into at the end of last game right now.
Yeah.
Oops.
Predicament is certainly the word. So,
Predicament.
the predicament. Oh no.
It makes it sound so cute.
No, it doesn't. So, like we're probably going to do every single week, just instead of the full introductions like we did the first 2 weeks, we're just going to introduce ourselves and the characters that the players are playing. So first off, I am Dominic, or Domaniac, whichever pleases you. Hi, I am your Dungeonmaster for Big Dice Energy. M.
I'm a tiefling druid.
And she's called Ian.
Yeah.
Randolph?
I like to announce myself.
Did he die?
That is England for you.
I am Randolph, and here I am. And also I play Desmond. There we go.
Oh, this is the musical episode. Well, good thing that we're going to our bard, Lara.
Oh, I was so ready to do it, not sing. I'm Lara. I play Lydia Silversong, the half-elf bard.
Yeah. Morgan?
Hi, I'm Morgan. I play the seasoned fighter Lionette.
Amanda?
Hello, I'm Amanda. I play Hyana, the ranger.
And Misha.
Hello, I'm Misha, and I play Amanj, a Fire Genesee monk.
We'll get that down one week, where I don't have to say you guys' names. You just,
Let's go.
One day.
Yeah, fast forward a couple years, we'll be very slick.
We'll actually, be professional then, one day. But just before the session starts, like we introduced a little bit last week, we have a couple of announcements. If we don't have announcements, just go jump into the game. But we do have a couple of announcements this week. The first one coming from our monk, our resident monk, Misha. Take it away.
It does make it sound like I'm a monk in real life, which I would like to clarify. I am not. However, I do have the honor of announcing that we have a website finally. If you go to bigdiceenergy.com, you will find videos from if you missed a stream or had to leave in the middle of it or want to share with your friends. All the episodes will be posted there once they're available for video on demand. We also have information about the players and the characters and more to come. So once again, that's bigdiceenergy.com.
Fantastic. We'll probably announce that a couple of times over the course of the next few weeks, just so it gets into everyone's head. There will also be a chat command next week when it is all fully operational and we're all ready, and it's going to be looking just fantastic because Misha has been doing a fantastic job on keeping that up to date with episodes and information about us as players and people and our characters.
But, yeah, my email, my address, just at my likes, dislikes.
Bank account info.
Oh.
No, I was kidding.
But coming off of that, The only thing that I really have to talk about this week is just a reminder to everyone that is watching currently and everyone who does watch the VODs that all of the VODs on Twitch are available immediately after the show has aired for everyone for completely free. And the YouTube versions of the show will always be released on the following Monday. So, exclamation point YouTube in chat for the link to the YouTube channel they'll be uploaded to. So,
Oh gosh.
you get to watch Big Dice Energy whenever it pleases you. But watching it live is always fun because you can see all of the terrible things, just the terrible things that we do live. And that's always fun. So, I think that's all we have to talk about this week, unless anyone has any secret announcements they wanted to throw at me.
Secret
Not yet.
announcements. Nope, not that cool.
Okay, not yet. We'll get to that one day when we're professionals. So, without further ado, I think we'll jump into our animated opening, and we'll see you when we jump into Big Dice Energy.
When the lightning rock hits the sky, the wait will soon be over.
2 years after a bloody civil war, the tyrannical King Marcellus IV seems to have had a change of heart. Even as the people of Yagradal rebuild under his newly beneficent rule, the appearance of new and devilish foes means that heroes must rise up.
Big Dice Energy.
So fucked before.
Welcome back
If you
to Big Dice Energy. Randolph. You got caught again 2 weeks in a row. Fantastic. I feel like that's a thing that you're just planning now.
it's my goal.
Okay, I'm watching you. So, welcome back, everyone. And I think it's time for us to jump into the game proper. So, previously on Big Dice Energy, the newly formed adventuring party found themselves fighting pumpkin monsters and scarecrows during the Festival of Gorion's Day. They later found out through the head paladin of the Raven Queen Temple, Warden Garrett Bludis, that this was the work of a witch within the Feldimire Bog to the east. Lydia, there's something in your thing, by the way.
Oh.
Which the group decided to put up their skill sets to kill this witch. You set off the next day. Everyone is dying. You set off the next day towards the cursed bog and found yourselves there in the early evening. Deciding to... Can you guys chill for just a second?
We're all about to die. Give us this. Just kidding.
Anyway, where was I? Deciding to push on for a little bit, you found a part of the land in which to settle down for the night, but not before hearing a scream in the distance, and found yourselves in combat with humanoid frog-like creatures known as bullywugs, and their 2 giant toads, who were attacking a sea elf woman. You defeated them after a mange got swallowed, and Desmond had an issue with some chaos-based magic, but you beat them nonetheless, and spoke to the woman, Sariel, who told you that she was an up-and-coming member of a group of hunters known as the Hunters of the Take, and she was also looking to kill this witch. You decided to let her stick around for the night. A few of you seeing the weird things that happen during the night in this bog, and on the last watch, Desmond found himself falling into a deeper sleep than usual. And at the end of the rest, you all awoke to find Desmond no longer at the camp, and Sariel was nothing but an illusion. You followed tracks north and finally found her hut, to which you all entered and found a secret latch into a basement area, where you found Desmond unconscious, chained to the table with another table near him with a skeletal raven's mite chained to it, long since dead. You began the process of removing Desmond's bindings when Sariel, in her sea hag form, appeared and pressed a button on the eastern wall, which brought down metal bars from the ceiling, blocking your exits, and a large pipe at the back of the room that began to flood the room with dark, grimy water. And with this all happening around you, you also heard and watched as something detached from the ceiling. A large cube made of a green jelly-like substance, landing on the skeletal remains of the Raven Mite on the table across from Desmond, enveloping the corpse completely, and you watch as the corpse itself slowly begins to dissolve inside of this cube. And that is where we pick up this week. So, first off, I think it's safe to say that I should ask everyone to go ahead and roll initiative for me.
Great.
I thought we were going to talk this out.
I mean, we definitely did try to do that.
You were thinking about it.
Wow. Hey, that's a whole 8.
Ooh, with advantage as well.
Oh, I don't know why I rolled like. I apologize.
Yeah, you rolled weird, bro. Just go ahead and roll again and we'll put the 13.
Such bad initiative. I rolled a 9.
So remember to, click your tokens and then go ahead and click initiative.
I also rolled a 9.
Wow, a lot of 9s.
Twins.
Hello there.
Okay.
Oops, all 9s.
Oops.
We still need Lydia. We still need you to roll initiative, if you could.
And Ian.
And Ian, yeah. So go ahead and click your tokens, and then on your character sheet, click initiative. There you go, there's Lydia. And Ian. I swear by Almighty. Ian, are you here right now?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, go ahead and roll initiative for me, please.
Because I didn't put down my own token, it's not working.
Doesn't matter if you click,
I just click on
if
it.
you need to put your own token. You just click the token that is there for you. Just
Make sure
sure
you're
that,
in select mode.
yeah, make sure that you have your token selected, and then click initiative on your character sheet whilst you have it selected. You'll get used
Thanks
to
for
it.
patience.
This is the third game. There you go. Perfect. Another 9. Interesting.
9 club. 9 club.
That's some really bad initiatives. So,
Hey.
This is rough, y'all.
top of the rounds, Sariel. You watch as the hag form of the woman you met but a day ago, just as a reminder, the blue-tinted, slimy skin with terrifying, glowing yellow eyes with slits instead of normal pupils. long claw-like fingernails. She wears a wet and disgusting robe over her extremely thin and feeble body. Her teeth appear to be mostly broken and black, with a crooked and pointed nose, just framing her face. You watch as she presses that button on that side of the room. The room begins to fill with water. Immediately the room becomes around 6 inches deep immediately, with the large pipe just draining inwards. You watch as Sariel just looks around, looks at each of you, and then looks at Desmond, and just...
Worry not, dear. You're going nowhere. I'll deal with your friends first, and then we'll have some fun with you.
And then she clicks her fingers, and you watch as around her, for around 20 feet, a ball, a sphere of just pure darkness envelops her, and she disappears out of sight.
Well, great.
Perfect.
So, that
So,
is gonna be her turn. Desmond.
point of clarification,
Go
really
ahead.
quick: is Desmond's both of Desmond's shackles off or no?
No, it is just his arms currently that you guys got off. He still has his legs bound to the table.
Okay.
So he can sit up, but he's still technically prone. So Desmond, what would you like to do?
I would like to sit up,
Okay.
give a nod of appreciation
Well, actually,
for unbuckling me. Oh no.
Desmond, at the start of your turn, go ahead and give me a Constitution saving throw, please.
I don't think I want to.
I feel like you need to.
Oh, I'm good at Constitution, +5.
Really?
Natural
No,
20.
roll
20.
You sitting up immediately, watching Sariel disappear, and then looking to your left and seeing the large translucent cube just shuffling its way and just like jelly, but moving and sentient, moving towards you slowly. You feel this pain within your stomach. You feel like you're about to heave immediately, and you just hold it, and whatever it was passes. So you can go ahead and do whatever you want to do without hindrance.
Good, good. I would like to no. I'm gonna unbuckle myself if I can. If I can attempt to.
They look like pretty heavy iron chains, but you can certainly attempt to.
Oh, iron chains.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna be able to do that. I have nothing. I'm going to firebolt the jelly.
Okay, go ahead and roll for an attack with Firebolt.
That would be
16 to hit, yeah, that hits.
9 fire damage.
9 points of fire damage. Let me just check the Gelatinous Cube. Yeah,
9 HP.
it has 9 HP. It explodes. Yeah.
Wow, this problem was easily solved.
So you sit up, feel the something in your stomach, and then it passes, and you turn towards the cube and just fire a bolt of flame towards the cube, and you watch as it hits it, and then the side that you hit it just sort of and just shakes and jellies there for a second, and then just reforms itself. But it hit.
Bonus action, I'd like to look at the chains around my legs and then look to everyone else and go, huh. And that's my turn.
Okay, fair enough. Okay. It is now the cube's turn. Y'all rolled some really bad initiative.
That we did.
So,
We're
as a
real.
point, now that the room is slowly filling with water at initiative count 20, it will go up more and more. But immediately, as it is now filling the room, the entire area is considered difficult terrain. So you are half movement in this room.
Oh,
Except for me.
Except for the ranger. Because she has things.
way to ruin my plan, DM.
So, with that, Desmond, you watch as the cube gets hit by your firebolt and then just... and begins to just move towards you.
Oh, okay. Nice.
It moves to
Cube.
there. And you watch as this sticky pseudopod just begins to appear out of the side of it, and it just fires towards you to try and hit you in the face.
Oh.
That is an 18 to hit.
Yeah, that's gonna hit me.
Okay, that is
It's a
12.
big hit.
You take 12 points of acid damage.
12.
12.
Oh boy.
Desmond is already looking rather rough. You watch as it hits Desmond in the shoulder, and parts of his clothing and his skin itself just begins to and sear off with the acid just burning into his skin and body. And he screams in pain. But that is the Gelatinous Cube's turn. Lydia.
Ugh. I had a well thought out plan, but as all DMs do, you
Well-
ruined it.
At the beginning of your turn, Lydia,
No!
go ahead and give me a Constitution saving throw, please.
Damn it! All my plans. Okay. My apologies. One moment.
Don't worry. It's
Um,
all good. Let's see what you roll.
Oh. Constitution
Constitution saving throw, yes, please.
saving throw.
Just go ahead and click it. 8.
I got
You
8.
also feel this rumbling in your stomach, and immediately you feel your entire body just begin to shake, and you feel
Oh,
like the hardest fever you have ever felt just instantly comes over you. You are considered poisoned.
oh.
Well, this is not ideal.
No. But I do still have my full turn now, correct?
Yeah, you can still act. It's just that your attacks have disadvantage.
Okay. Not ideal. Okay. I move to the opposite end of the table that Desmond's on, kind of in between Imagine and Hyana.
Okay.
And I put my hands on him and cast Cure Wounds
Okay.
at a level 1. So that's going to be 1d8.
Well, that it already rolled, so 6 points of healing
Oh,
to
that's
you,
right.
Desmond.
Okay. Okay.
So you watch as that portion of skin on your shoulder blade that is currently just burning with the acidic pseudopod that just slapped you in the side. The skin begins to slowly reform, and you feel a little bit better, but that still fucking hurt.
Uh-huh. Well, I'll still kind of getting over him and healing him. I'm going to use my bonus action to inspire him, and I'm going to tell him, I'm sorry you were kidnapped, but now is not the time to be inept. We missed you a lot, but it wasn't my fault, and you now have the power. You have the power inside you to ensure we're not trapped. And I give him Bardic Inspiration, and then can I use the rest of my movement? I used, I think, 10 feet to get over there, and if I have 5 left, I would just like to back away 5 feet if I can.
That's a wall.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
So you
then
are
I guess
currently
I'll stay there.
backed up against the wall, yeah. Okay. Okay.
And
So, up next is either Ian, Lionette, or Imanj. Who would like to go first?
I have a question.
Go ahead.
The question that I have is the table that Desmond is on is wooden, right?
It is.
And the shackles are like connected to the wood.
It is.
Can I punch the wood?
can certainly try. Go ahead and give me an attack roll if you want to do that. We'll see what happens.
Okay.
So,
Sorry, having trouble with push to talk.
it's fine. 21,
Okay.
5 points of damage. Yeah, you bring your fist down and poof, directly into the wood, and you watch as the wood on the left leg shackle just and splinters under your force. And his left leg is now free, but still has the shackle like dangling.
Sure. Can I try for my second punch? Can I try the other one?
Okay, you'll have to move to the other side of the table to do so.
Okay, I'll do that.
Okay, so you run around.
Yeah.
Go ahead and move yourself there, and go ahead and roll another attack. This is your bonus action attack, correct? That's
Yes.
how that works? Yeah, okay. So you're here. Like, his legs would be over here.
Well, I don't know.
Sort of the same that the skeleton is on, the top one. 23 for 6. Yeah, you crack the other side, and Desmond, you feel both your legs are now free, with shackles still dangling, and you can hear the clink, 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 but you can now move freely.
And that's the end of my turn.
Okay. So, Ian or Lionette?
Lionette can go.
Okay, Lionette.
All
you're up.
right. Okay, so let's see here. I can move 3 squares, yeah?
You can move, yes, 3 squares.
All right, I'm gonna do this. Can I do that? Okay,
From where
and
you
I'm going
are,
to-
you were, where were you? Here.
I was there, so
So it'd be
1,
1,
2,
2, 3.
3.
Yeah, you could do that. Sort of like
Cool.
skim past Lydia and Hayana.
Yes, and I am going to poke it with my longbow
Oh, shooting at
And-
the gelatinous cube with your longbow.
at
Okay.
the gelatinous cube. That's 8 to hit.
8. Let me check. That hits. Yeah.
Yay! 11 points of
Ooh.
damage.
Big fucking
Big,
cube of
big
jelly.
cube.
So 11 points of damage. So you watch as Lionette skims past the table. You hear the cling of her armor on the table as she takes off a bow, latches an arrow to it, and whoosh, fires. And you watch as the arrow just enters the cube. And then you watch as the arrow slowly begins to disintegrate inside the cube. Is it your
That's
turn?
my turn.
Okay. So Ian, you're up.
Ooh. Okay. The first thing I'm gonna do is let me make sure. There's no like wall right here, is there?
This is this is a wall here. So
So would I still be able to make it towards her if I go around?
you
Okay.
you can move diagonally. So yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna move next to her,
Okay.
and I'm going to cast restoration to help her not be poisoned again.
Lesser restoration. Okay. So you see immediately as Lydia, when she starts this combat, there's this immediate look on her face, and she just goes pale immediately, and you can see that she is extremely ill, but she sort of like plays it off as Lydia does, but you still see through that with your insight. You run up, grab her by the shoulder blades, and Lydia, you watch as through the fingertips of Ian, these small pinkish purplish beads of energy just appear like these little spores almost, and you look at them, and move away for a second, but then immediately feel the warmth as they just begin to course into your shoulder, and then you breathe and you watch as a few of them just enter your mouth, and you begin to breathe them in, and that feeling of utter sickness and fever just dissipates immediately. You are no longer poisoned.
As a bonus action, I want to use Balm of the Summer Court to further heal Desmond.
Okay, and then
guys.
so go ahead and roll a d6 for the healing. So just slash R space 1d6.
Points.
Okay, so Desmond, you heal 4 points, and then you gain 1 temporary hit point. As you watch as Ian takes her hand off of Lydia's shoulder and points towards you, and the same pinkish-purplish spores just begin to immediately fly towards you from her hand, and they begin to enter your wound, and your wound just closes itself completely, and there is little bit of burn there now.
Huh.
And that will be my turn.
Okay. And then bottom, Heyana, what would you like to do?
Yeah. Two questions, I guess. The first question is the skeleton on the table.
Is currently
Is
not
it-
on the table anymore.
Okay, that's fine. When it was on the table, was like metal items still there? Or are the metal items still there? I guess I should say, because they would still be there.
Like the armor.
Like if he was wearing armor.
He was wearing
or-
armor, yeah, blackened chainmail
Okay.
with
Is
raven
that
feathers.
left over, or is everything gone?
Well, the entire skeleton, including it wearing the armor, is currently within this gelatinous cube now.
Okay.
Just
And does it
floating
seem
in the
to be
middle.
Dissolving.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Dez is really healed, so I don't feel like I need to do that. So I'm gonna cast Longstrider on myself.
Okay.
So
That's an action.
yeah. So Hayana, like, I don't know, puts a hand to her chest and I don't know, concentrates real hard.
Yeah, and you
and
feel
then-
like the motions, everything around you sort of slows a little bit, and you feel faster with that
Yeah, and then I'm going to.
as your speed increases by 10 feet for the next hour.
I'm gonna kite around this guy, and I'm gonna be like, "Hey, you big cube! I'm over here." I'm gonna get over there.
Okay.
Oh, am I better, Morgan? So that was a bit muffled. Is this better?
Are you sure? I can hear her fine.
Dunno. Anyways, that's what I'm doing with my turn, is trying to get this thing's attention away from the larger group.
Okay. You can't really tell if you did that successfully because it has no
It has no
face.
except
But
for the skull
you're
that is inside of it, dissolving.
yep. But you are now behind it, just going, "Come on, come to me."
Does it like wiggle at least?
It barely moves.
Ah.
Fair enough.
But
Alright.
okay. At the top of the rounds, at initiative count 20, the water has now filled a large portion of this room. It is around a foot to a foot and a half deep at this point. It is coming in quickly, and it is very bad. So it is about like chest height for you, Hayana, and what would be like knee height for the rest of you, apart from Desmond. But it's not great. It is now Sariel's turn. Sariel is going to... Yeah, you guys watch as the dome disappears, and Sariel currently is not there anymore. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Yep. And I'm going to make a roll for her.
Show yourself, you faker. I
If you
got lied
call her a
to.
poser, she'll realize.
An 18, does that hit you, Hayana? Amanda?
Sorry, an 18?
18?
Yes, that hits me.
Okay. Hayana, you at the back of the group now, away from everybody, trying to get the Gelatinous Cube's attention, you turn and hear something in the water, and turn and see that there is this shape moving towards you like a shark. And immediately you watch as out of the water, just moving even through this 1.5 feet of water incredibly quickly, Sariel just appears out of the water, grabs you by the throat, and brings you down.
Oh, fuck.
Uh-oh.
You are currently now underwater. You take 7 points of slashing damage,
Oh,
and are
Alright.
currently grappled by her.
Hate it. Thank
God.
you.
And as of right now, I need you to go ahead and give me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, okay. Cool. I've been historically very good at those. Oh, I gotta turn off my advantage.
Yes, you do. 6. You,
Well.
On wood.
now that you have been within a certain radius of her, and you look at her face just out of the corner of your eye under the water, as her gills just move, and you hear this guttural under the water in your ear. You are currently frightened of her as well.
Yeah, I mean, you know what? Fair.
Realist.
Realistic, yeah.
So, let me give you this real quick as fright. And you guys also watch as Hayana disappears under the water.
Oh, sh-
No.
That is Sariel's turn. Desmond, you are now free.
Okay. What? If I move away, I'm going to attempt to jump off. First, I'm going to give a nod to the 3 newcomers to my friend group, as they all just were badasses, and then I'm going to try and move away.
Okay. It is going to attempt to attack you as a pseudopod and swings out towards you.
Mhm.
That is a natural 1.
Oh,
You
Nice.
just dive off of the table and roll, and you watch as it just goes wide over your head and hits the back wall and begins to dissolve the stone itself.
I'm going to waddle underneath Lionette's legs. Oh, it's half speed as well, isn't it?
Yep.
Can you stop crawling between my legs?
All I can do. I think I can get to there.
That is as far as you can go, yeah.
Oh, fuck it. Oh, shit.
Piss.
Can I attempt to... No, because that might... Oh, okay. I'm just
Do
going
your
to
thing.
Chaos Bolt at the big cube
Okay, go ahead and roll it.
and shout Hayana. Even though she can't.
Okay.
I appreciate it spiritually.
That's a
12 hits. That'll be 10 points of either thunder or acid damage.
Thunder.
Okay, so you guys watch as Desmond just shouts Hayana, and then this thunderous energy just appears out of Desmond's hand, hits the cube, and you watch as a portion of the corner of the cube just explodes off and just hits the back wall and begins to dissolve. and then you watch as that corner begins to and just reform itself naturally.
Oh, come on.
Rude.
Bonus
But
action.
it looked like it hurt.
I'd like to say, not to add to the stress, but she also injected me with black stuff, so. And that's
Ooh.
That's your turn. It is now the cube's turn. The cube. Amanj is right there. You're within 5 feet of it, buddy. Oh, it's gonna happen again, Amanj. I'm sorry, buddy. You watch as the cube just naturally and moves into your space, Amanj. And you are immediately. I need you to go ahead and give me a dexterity saving throw, please. That's an 8, buddy. You watch as it just. Amanj seems a little bit preoccupied right now and looks around. And then you watch as Hayana through this creature. Hayana goes under the water. Desmond fires. There's just chaos happening everywhere. And then suddenly something hits you. And you feel like you're floating. And you are currently engulfed by this creature.
I would like to put out plus
Well,
to dexterity saving throws, and I still got an 8.
Yeah.
Just
let me just check something.
it actually makes me level up. Easy.
So you do take. This is gonna hurt. You take 11 points of acid damage.
Cool.
And are engulfed. An engulfed creature cannot breathe and is restrained. You also take a metric fuck ton of damage at the start of the next Gelatinous Cube's turn. So, yeah, that is a thing.
Help, please.
That is its turn. Lydia, you see Hayana go underwater. You see Amanj is engulfed by the cube. What do you do?
I'm looking around and trying to figure out which one to help. Is there any way I could see where the hag and Hayana have gone underwater? Are there ripples? Is there anything I could see?
Give me a perception check. Also, where did Desmond go?
great question.
He blinked onto the ethereal plane.
I don't know.
He exploded himself.
He exploded.
19.
19? Okay, let me just
Yeah.
put Desmond back on the board real quick.
Okay, that's the only thing I don't have a proficiency bonus to, and I still got a
That's
19.
weird.
I apologize.
But 19. Yeah, you watched specifically that Hayana went down into the water there, and there are currently some ripples there in that area.
Okay,
Still struggling.
I don't think I can make it there, so I shout to everyone, the hag and Hayana's at the top of the other bench with the skeleton. Go, somebody save her. And I turn to Amanj, because Amanj paid to get my sword silvered, and I appreciate that. And I cast 2nd level Dissonant Whispers at the cube and say,
Okay.
what even are you? You're a fucking cube. You have no existence, no future, no family, no friends, just blob out of existence, you ugly old cube.
Okay, that's a
Harsh.
lot.
Rude.
Yeah, with its -2 wisdom, it rolls a 4. 20 points of damage.
Yes.
That's wild. You watch as your words just resonate, and with this casting of the spell, you watch as this blackened, like, mist almost begins to just form on the outside layer of the front of this cube, and you watch as it begins to move, and it does, still with Amanj inside of it, unfortunately, moves backwards this way 5 feet, because that's all it can move.
Okay, and then with my movement, I will still get as far away from everybody as I can, just a little bit, and I'll when I say, go get Hyana. I kind of tell that to Lionette because I know they're close. And I tell Lionette, I know you keep people at a distance, but please swing your sword with all your persistence. You're as good of a fighter as I am a writer, and I don't want us to blink out of existence. I give her a bardic inspiration.
Okay.
Very good.
Yay!
Also very true. I don't blink.
So that's the point. Desmond also has one. Okay. So we'll go for the same order that everyone did last time. So Amanj, you're up.
Can I please escape the cube?
You can certainly try, yes. So,
I would enjoy it.
You need to give me a strength check, please.
Just a straight up check.
Just straight up check.
23.
23. Immediately after you are engulfed by this creature and you feel your skin burning and dissolving as you watch. You watch a few of your clothes begin to dissolve, and you look up and see that the corpse of the Raven's Might is directly in front of you, and you manage to push away from that whilst pushing on the chainmail that it is wearing, and you manage to push yourself 5 feet away from the creature right there. That is your action, however.
That's cool. I would like to use my Step of the Wind as well as my movement to get away from here.
Okay. It is going to take an attack opportunity on you as you run.
Oh, well, then I'll use the Step of the Wind to disengage.
Oh, you can do that.
I can. It's either dash or disengage.
disengage. Okay, so you have 15 feet of movement.
Should be 20 because I'm a monk.
That is true. Yeah, 40. So you're just running around that corner. You watch as Amanj pushes himself out and then just sloshes through the water, trying to escape this creature. Okay.
Just gonna book it.
Lioness.
Alright, so at least Amanj has escape beat. I think I am going to continue towards the door and thunking. Well, I'm going to actually try and get close to where I last saw Hyana.
Okay, so you have
as close as I can get.
3 squares to move. You know that she was around this area. So go ahead and move yourself. Okay.
Can I do a perception to see if I can see her?
You certainly can.
Alright.
Go ahead.
Yes, I'm just trying to find it on my list here. Alright.
You can do it any time. Yeah. There you go. 12? Yeah. You see that there are ripples around 10 feet in front of you. You don't necessarily see Hyana, but you know that there is something happening there. If you were to attempt something, you would do so at disadvantage, but you can certainly try something.
Yeah, since I can't actually see where she is, I'm not going to thunk an arrow in there and risk stabbing her.
That makes sense.
Alright, so we're going to just take a defensive stance for now.
Anything for your action? You still have an action.
I'm going to take the dodge action.
Okay.
So, if anything comes at me.
So you put your shield up and ready yourself just in case anything comes at you. And attacks against you have disadvantage. Okay, good to know.
Alright.
Ian.
I am going to use Destroy Water to try to lower the levels of water to try to see Hyana.
Okay.
And I'm going to use it at 2nd level to get rid of as much water as possible, which is 20 gallons, I believe.
20 gallons. Yeah, that's a lot of water.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay, so what happens is, Ian, you see everyone pointing in a direction where Hyana was, and you remember necessarily where she was, and you concentrate for a second and release the spores once more. That at this point you know, but as they pass by everyone very quickly, you notice that these spores make a sound as they move quickly, this like the flapping of wings. and you watch as a 4 squares, a 10-foot cube of that area just whoosh, the water just evaporates immediately into the air, and but a moment before it comes down onto them once more, you see both Sariel and Hayana there. Sariel currently grasping Hayana's throat and holding her down. And then as the water evaporates, you watch as she looks up and just... and then it whoosh, covers just a little bit of them, but you can now see where they are at this point.
Someone go get her! I yell.
Okay, any bonus action?
Is Desmond still hurt very much?
You know that Desmond is a little bit hurt and Manj is a little bit hurt. Hayana is very hurt.
Cast Bomb of Summer Core on Hayana.
Okay, so the same...
I can't see her. Well, I could see her.
You can see her currently, yeah.
Okay.
So in that momentary lapse of when you can see her, you watch as the pinkish purplish lights just and go into Hayana's body very quickly, and she begins to heal. Go ahead and roll a d6. That is 1/6.
1/6.
You heal 1/6 of a hit point. So you heal 3 and also add 1 temporary hit point.
Okay, where do I put temporary hit points on this?
The temporary hit points is so there's the heart.
Oh, it's the plus. I see.
Yeah.
Cool. Got it.
Okay.
Thanks.
There you go. That is your turn, Ian. Would you like to move anywhere?
I'm going to move over. I move right here.
Okay, so you slosh through the water. Okay. Hayana, you're currently within the grasp of Sariel. You are frightened and grappled by her.
So if I'm frightened, do I have to move away, or do I just have disadvantage? What is the effect?
So frightened. Let me bring this up. A frightened creature has disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls while the source of its fear is within line of sight, and the creature cannot willingly move closer to the source of its fear.
Okay. But I can't get any closer, so that's
You are
fine.
pretty close.
I also realized that I actually have advantage on saves against being frightened, so I'll use that at the end of this turn.
Okay.
Except others. If I were to stab her with a crossbow bolt, what kind of damage do you think that would do?
I would make it because you're not proficient in stabbing people with bolts. But if you hit,
I am proficient with a dagger.
Technically you are. It would be a what's what I'm looking for? It would be an improvised weapon, technically.
Yeah.
So you wouldn't have advantage on that because you don't have the Tavern Brawler feat. But so you would just add. I would say just add your dexterity to the attack, so it'd just be a straight dexterity check, and it would be a dagger's worth of damage. But you do have your short sword at your side.
I don't. Amanj has my short sword.
Amanj has your short sword.
Because I have short sword trauma now.
Yeah.
So I'm going to try to attack her.
Okay.
So I reach into my bolt case and pull out one of the silver crossbow bolts. And with disadvantage, I'm gonna roll a dexterity check.
Okay, go ahead. 7. You
It's not gonna do.
go into your bolt pouch at your side and try and stab her, and you watch as she just and just moves out of the way, just toying with you.
Cool. I think
that's your action.
I can't because I would have had to get out of the grapple as an action, which I did not do. So I guess I'm gonna roll a wisdom saving throw.
At the end of your turn, go ahead and roll a wisdom saving throw. Yeah.
Alright. Wow,
that
it
was
is a
with
6 with advantage.
That is
This is rough, guys.
really
All
bad.
right, that's my turn.
You just this situation just caught you so off guard. You didn't think that you would be pulled underwater, and now the water is just engulfing you once more. And you
Yeah,
are
it's a
currently
bad
drowning
switch.
once more. And it is just a bad time.
It's a bad time. But hey, you know what? We survive, we move on, and hopefully somebody will stab the switch next turn. Alright.
Okay.
That's me, I'm done.
It is
I'm
now
good at
Sariel's
stabbing
turn.
things.
Sariel, now that she is out of sight technically from all of you, from the dark, murky water below, Lion, well, actually, who is it within 30 feet? Desmond as well.
No.
No. Oh no. Oh no.
Is
Leave
Ian
Desmond
within 30
alone.
She
feet?
likes the small
No,
ones.
just out of it. So, Lionette and Desmond. Well, all of you watch as this happens. You both watch as Sariel just emerges out of nowhere from the water. That'll be this side now as she's moved, with Hayana in her grasp, just holding her throat, and she just and then you watch as you just Desmond and Leonette, you just both stare at her for a second, and she just looks like the most terrifying thing in the world. I need both of you to go ahead and give me wisdom saving throws, please.
Yay, advantage, because small.
Because
Oh no,
small.
I rolled a 3.
Okay.
Wait, I'm gonna add my bardic inspiration to that.
Woohoo.
We can only maximum go up to 9. Probably
Yeah.
not.
Would you like to save it?
Can I do a quick question?
Oh, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if a 9 will
A
pass.
9
Fine.
probably won't pass.
Natural 20.
You-
Hey,
Nice.
Desmond,
Desmond
you,
has already stared into the face of hell. He's good.
you have
He's fine on
already-
heroin.
you have already taken a beating from that cube and from Sariel, and you are done taking her shit. And you watch as she just laughs maniacally, and your a little bit of bravery actually slips in at that point. And she might be humanoid. You'd have to make a check. But with that, Lionette, you are also frightened.
Oh no.
Yeah, she's gonna attempt this now. Her once a day thing.
I'd be a spook.
You watch as she pushes Hayana away and lets go of you, Hayana. And you begin to just float in this area. And you turn. And she just stares at both of you. You watch as her eyes begin to glow. I need both Hayana and Lionette to go ahead and give me wisdom saving throws once more.
Is this against being frightened?
I rolled
No,
a 2.
it is not.
Okay, cool.
I quit.
That is a 2 from Lionette.
You're just saving up all the good rolls.
12.
12.
Hayana,
It's above a 10.
you just succeed, Hayana.
Oh my god.
Lionette, you guys watch as Lionette stares at at Sariel for a second, and then the eyes begin to glow, and you watch as Lionette just stands there for a second, and her eyes just go white over, and Lionette, you fall to 0 hit points.
What?
Oh.
And you watch as Lionette, the heavily armored individual, just into the water, splashes, and just begins to slowly go down into the water.
Mm.
So she is currently at 0 hit points.
Jesus.
Cool, good.
And then Sariel is going to
I was hoping for more.
and goes underwater once more and disappears under the water. She's going to then move. She moved 5, 10. She can go 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. That is going to be her turn. It is now Desmond's turn, even though he's not on the initiative. I remember this. Desmond, you just watch as Lionette just falls unconscious in the water.
Grab her.
What are you doing?
I swim, I imagine, at this point.
It is swimming distance for you now. So you are at half speed swimming in that direction. Go ahead and move wherever you want.
That's as far as I can move.
Yep.
I would like to... Oh, we're still going for this.
The cube is still there, yeah?
You know what? I'm going to move... No, I'm not. I'm just going to stay there. I'm going to attack the cube. I'm going to spend 2 of my sorcery points
Oh.
to regain a first level spell.
Okay.
Ooh.
And then
Meta magic.
I am going to... Burning Can seems stupid, we're in water. He's still like half above water, isn't the cube?
The cube is around 12 foot tall. So the cube's
Holy-
fine. But you being only around 3 foot, the water at this point is around up to your shoulders.
Okay.
So Hyana is literally swimming right now.
I'm a uppercut this cube with burning hands.
Okay. Go ahead
Oh
and...
shit, so I'm drowning.
You are drowning currently and unconscious.
Can we at least
Wait,
like
she's drowning.
turn her over?
So go ahead and roll burning hands for me.
Is Lynette's drowning?
You can see her at the bottom of the water right now, just
At the
not moving.
bottom?
She's heavy.
Okay.
I'm covered in metal.
Yeah.
Scrap the burning hands. I'm going to attempt to lift at least her head above the water.
Okay, so you're going to be diving under to go ahead and try and bring her above water. Go ahead and give me a strength check.
Bless.
Ooh.
You do
I've
have
got a
advantage. You do have inspiration if you wanted to use it.
Yes, I may have to use it. Can I use it afterwards?
You use it afterwards, yeah.
Oh, I did it with advantage. Ignore
The
that one.
first roll is still an 18, -1.
Oh.
So 17. This little spark of bravery within you, Desmond, just sticks around for a few more seconds as you just and just submerge yourself underwater. You swim down and grab Lionette's shoulders and bring her up and begin to just hold her above water. And she is fucking heavy. But you are holding her there. She is currently not drowning. She is still unconscious, but the drowning has stopped right now.
Healing people.
That's your action. Yeah, that's your turn. Lydia.
Okay. I'm going to beeline it straight to Dez and... Oh, wait. 5, 10, 15. Yeah, I can't share a square with Desmond, can I?
Not
can
while,
only move 15
not while
feet right now.
swimming, no, unless you wanted to push his head underwater.
Oh.
It's very tempting.
Because I don't think I can get to Lionette.
Push me in the
You
water.
could, if you go 5, 10, 15, and like 5, 10...
You
May
can
I
go
push you to
diagonal.
the side, Desmond?
Because you'll still be within the you'll still be within a diagonal space of her, so she's there.
Okay.
You don't have to be on her spot to cast spells on her. You need to be adjacent.
Is Catty Corner adjacent enough?
That's adjacent, yeah.
Okay. Then I'm going to cast Cure Wounds on Lionette at a level 1.
Okay.
Bless
That's
you.
max healing. 12 points.
Yeah.
So,
Yes!
Lionette, you... and you watch as Lionette just begins to puke water up immediately as Lionette, you come to consciousness with 12 hit points. And everything just went dark for a second. And you just saw those eyes and everything just disappeared. But now you are back up and floating. Desmond is holding you there above water. And you can place your feet on the ground and look around.
And I would tell everyone, you know, I'm on a roll here. If y'all could quit dying so I could fight this witch, I'd be really appreciative. And I look down to Hyana and I say, I know right now you're filled with doubt, but you got us here unharmed en route. You know the difference between pine and cedar. You're obviously a great leader. Now please, lead us out.
Oh my god, that was beautiful.
And I give her bardic inspiration.
You take
Man,
note.
I'm
That's so
inspired.
good.
Everyone's inspired.
The
But
pine
they're
and
not.
cedar is a little lame, but thanks.
No, it was great.
Okay. By the way, remember you have cutting words. There's an ability that you have.
Oh, thank you.
But I accidentally missed the Gelatinous Cube's turn. So
That's
at the same time as you guys are doing that, the Gelatinous Cube moves 5 feet in towards you guys, and is going to. It was going for Desmond and like at the beginning, so it is still going for Desmond.
It knows how tasty Desmond is.
Indeed. So Desmond, a pseudopod, flies out towards you once more.
Does it?
That is another natural 1.
It gets an opportunity attack from me as well.
Technically you wouldn't have been up because it's an alert. I'll give it to you. Go on.
Oh, okay.
That's me fucking up. So you
Okay.
get good stuff. 22
That
hits.
is
Yeah.
22, 10 slashing damage.
You
And this
watch
silver
as
sword.
a pseudopod flies towards Desmond, and Desmond just moves out of the way, and it flies past his head, and then you, newly awakened, just swing and swing out at it, and you watch as your sword goes into it, and then out of it the other side, and there is now this whole slash mark that is directly in the middle, that is slowly just jellies itself in and fixes itself. But it seems to be shaking more than usual right now. Y'all have heard this thing. But okay. Imanj, you are up.
Yeah, I'm over near is
You're so far away and behind a
Walk.
wall.
right to the is that purple line bars?
You hit the bars, yeah.
Good. I want to see if there's any weak point or anything that I could possibly leverage or like a lock or something.
Okay, go ahead. This will be your action to check the entirety of the bars. But you can give me an investigation check.
Yeah, I guess not. Yeah. I was at 12.
12. Okay, that's not bad. You search around for the entire 6 seconds of your turn, and there doesn't seem to be any lock to these bars. They are all pure iron, but a little bit rusted. You can definitely tell that these have seen damp before, but still look pretty hardy. It's going to take a considerable amount of strength to either push these up for people to go under or break these bars.
Okay.
But that is your action.
I guess that's yeah, and
You have a bonus action.
just yeah, bonus action talk. Sariel, this is not what the Nazura taught you.
Okay, good to know. Lionette, you are up.
Alrighty. Well, I am going to first use a bonus action to regain hit points. It's going to use Second Wind.
Okay.
So I regain 1d10 plus
6.
my fighter level.
Yeah, it wrote it automatically for you.
Yeah, so it should be 12. Plus
No,
12.
you roll 1d12, 1d10, which it did there for you.
It
you rolled a
says
2.
it says in the book you regain hit points equal to 1d10. Oh,
Yeah.
sorry, I'm an idiot.
You have to
I
actually
was-
roll the d10, which it does for you.
I was just being stupid.
So
Don't
you heal
mind me.
6. No worries. New classes, new characters.
No, I was just stupid. Anyway. Alright, and then I'm going to swing with the longsword again.
Okay.
And that is 22 to hit.
Another 22. Yeah, that's going to hit. For 6 points
Okay,
slashing
6 damage.
So that is, yeah, you are definitely hurting this thing. You slash at the same place you did last time, and that hole that you made reappears, and this time doesn't close as quickly. It looks like you are tearing into this thing pretty well.
Good.
But that is your turn, unless you want to move anywhere.
I can't move without taking opportunity.
Just thought I just thought I'd try to get you. Ian, you're up.
Alrighty. I'm going to move here.
Okay.
And hopefully this will work. I want to use Gust of Wind.
Okay.
And he is taking 10 feet, so it should not hit any of my teammates.
Indeed. So a 60 feet long, 10 feet wide blasts from you in a direction you choose. Each creature that starts its turn in the line must succeed a strength saving throw. So when it starts its turn, then it must make the saving throw. But yeah, you watch as Ian just concentrates for a second, and the wind in this room just suddenly begins to pick up. And then there is this 60-foot line of just heavy wind going into the gelatinous cube that is making the corners of it just slop off and fly against the back wall, and it looks like it is being pushed, but we'll find out if it actually does get pushed on its turn. But that's a very good way to use that spell.
Yeah.
Okay, any bonus action?
I am going to use the last. Oh, well, I think it might actually be my second one. I don't think I used it yet. The Bomb of Summer Court to
This will be your third.
heal.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to use it to heal Desmond as much as I can.
Okay. Go ahead and roll a d6. 6. So yeah, Desmond, you heal 6 and gain 1 temporary hit point.
Do I
And I
gain
just
that
yell like, "There you go, Desmond!"
on top of my other
Temporary hit points do not stack.
Right.
So if you still have that 1 temporary hit point, it's still there.
Thank you. Thumbs up.
Okay, you're feeling great.
As I put my thumbs up, I realise I'm still swimming, so I start to sink.
Yeah. Okay.
You start sinking.
Hayana.
Yeah. Ian, which 2 squares is the gust of wind blowing through?
It is these 3 because it's 10 feet long.
Yes, 10 feet
Okay.
wide.
Sorry.
That's a problem. Okay. Well, I was hoping to get out of the water.
Yeah, you actually watch as the 2 tables are currently just being blasted asunder by the... while the gelatinous cube had already sort of dissolved a lot of the table in front of you, and the table that Desmond was on is now just, seeing as it is directly in front of where the gust of wind starts, it is just being torn asunder by the strong winds. Like a table in a tornado. That's my saying. No one can steal that.
Are any of these boxes still here, or did they all break open?
All of those boxes broke open. That is currently where the water is coming in from, yeah?
Okay. These ones too in the corner?
No, the ones in the corner are still there. But very damp and underwater currently.
That's alright. But they're, like, still there is the thing. So...
Yeah.
Diana's going to take her full movement, because she's got that good ranger.
Okay. It is going to
movement.
attack you as you move out of its range.
That's okay. Come at me, Gelatinous Cube.
That is a 21 to hit.
You can't say that.
You know how that works.
No, it's fine. Don't worry about it.
So there's
I've got
10
lots of hit points thanks to my friends.
10 points of acid damage
Alright.
as it hits you in the back of the neck, and you begin to feel the burning sensation as you sort of watch as Hyana just and just swims quickly towards the corner of the room and jumps upon a few floating boxes. Immediately,
I've got-
Hyana, as you get on the box, you just smell the very obvious and potent odor of rot from these boxes.
Well, I hate that, but I'm not going to worry about it right now. Got lots of other things to worry about. So I would like to actually ready an action.
Okay.
So Hyena is going to... So I assume that my chest and shoulders are now above the water,
Yeah.
standing on this box, and I've got the wall behind me on both corners.
Yeah, you are now literally cornered.
Yeah, so I am going to have my crossbow out and ready with the silver arrow in it, and the second that hag surfaces or tries to attack one of my friends, I'm gonna shoot her.
Okay. That gives me a thing as well. At the end of your turn now, Hyana, at the end of Lionette's turn, go ahead and give me wisdom saving throws.
15.
15. And then Lionette.
Sorry, one moment.
No worries. So a 15 for Hyana and a 16 for Lionette. You both feel that fear of this woman just go away. And you are no longer afraid of Sariel. For now.
Cool. So I guess that's me.
Okay. It is now Sariel's turn. She is going to move her full movement. Going 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. And she is going to... because she has spells. I'm going to use some spells. Yeah. Amanj,
Yes.
Oh.
you checking out the bars just feel this ripple of water behind you, and you look, you don't necessarily see anything, and then once again for Ian as well, everything just goes dark. And currently, I'll actually draw a so it'll be this whole area here, marked with the brown, just this orb of just this sphere of complete darkness just appears, and Ian and Amanj just see darkness.
Okay, it's not on our version of the map. I think you need to move it up from the GM.
I made it on the GM layer because I'm stupid.
Oh, yay.
There it is.
There it is.
Fine.
So does she...
You don't see her emerge, no, but you do see that an orb of darkness just appears over there.
With disadvantage into the darkness?
You certainly can, yeah.
Alright.
Would my dark vision help at all right now?
Nope. You, even with dark vision, you can't see anything, and that's weird for you. 20 with disadvantage. Yeah, that hits her. 11 points of damage.
11 piercing damage. If she's a humanoid, I guess she might take more damage, but
She
I don't
is
know if she
not
is one.
humanoid.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
But Ian, you technically don't know that, but you can't see her anyway. You can't see anything, in fact. Hannah, you just fire into the darkness, and you don't know if it hit.
I don't know what happened.
Yeah, you don't know what happened. Let me actually check this spell real quick. It's concentration. She needs to make a
Heck yeah.
constitution.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a 21. She's fine. The darkness stays.
Yay.
But that is her action. Yeah, that's gonna be her turn. Desmond.
Okie dokie.
Get him!
This cube looks like it's about to just engulf the two of you.
I'm a stop swimming and start rubbing my hands together.
Oh, by the way, yeah, you are now, like, actually swimming, and the rest of you, the humanoids of the group, the medium-sized people, the water is now up to your necks.
Jesus
Oh my God.
Christ. Right. I stop swimming. I start sinking. Desmond disappears for a sec as he rubs his hands together. And then he jumps up. I use the bottom of the floor to jump upwards.
Okay.
And my hands emerge and I cast Burning Hands up
Okay.
at the cube.
Okay. Go ahead and roll it.
Ba, 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 ba.
Ba 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 ba.
9 fire damage. And
9 fire damage.
you have to make a dexterity check, don't you?
I want to make a dexterity check, I do.
Oh, Christ.
Not very dexterous, this creature. That is a
Really?
5.
Surprising.
Oh,
You and fire this it's a cone of flames into this creature, and you watch as portions of it just begin to evaporate and burn away, and that certainly hurt it.
You're still fucking alive.
It's still alive.
Oh no.
Big thing.
Jesus.
How dare you be alive?
Is it your turn, Desmond?
I would like to. No, that's my turn.
Okay. It is now the Gelatinous Cube's turn. You watch
Very
as it and just moves into Lionette and Desmond's space. I need both of you to give me dexterity saving first, please.
No.
Gelatinous
That's a
cubes.
9.
Gelatinous cubes.
That's-
Gelatinous cubes. Perfect.
Imagine if you only got a 9.
I mean,
Dom's going for a
really
TPK
that's
today.
really bad. Oh no. So you watch as both Lionette and Desmond just and get engulfed
God.
completely by this creature, and you immediately suffer. The two of you immediately suffer 13 points of acid damage,
Jesus Christ.
and you are being dissolved. You cannot breathe and are restrained. So just so you guys know specifically what restrained means. A creature's speed becomes 0 and can't benefit from any bonus to its speed. Attack rolls against the creature have advantage, and your attack rolls have disadvantage, and you have disadvantage on dexterity saving throws.
Yay!
It has to make a strength save because of gust of wind.
That's
at the
true.
beginning of the turn.
It needs to make a strength save.
Yeah, it might not have even been able to do that at all.
Ooh.
That's a 14. What is your spell save DC? I believe it's 13.
Mine as well. Darn.
It's your wisdom is plus 3, so it's 13.
It is 13.
Yeah, so the wind is harrying it, but it's not being pushed as of right now. Not that you can see, anyway. But, yeah. I apologize. But with that, Lydia, you're up. You watch as 2 of your friends are engulfed by this cube in front of you.
Ah! Shoot. I will. Cutting words, of course. But it's too late for that. They're engulfed. They're totally in the cube, or
They are
Is-
totally engulfed in this cube. Yeah, they are like
Shit.
floating in the middle.
okay. I'm still. I'm going to back away, but gonna back away 10 feet.
It's gonna take an attack at you.
Ah, shit!
That is a 7 to hit.
then I'm
so it
gonna
doesn't
stay
hit you.
there.
Oh,
Am I
It rolled a
Damn
7.
it!
It rolled a 7.
it's
Be
rolled a
back.
7.
7? Okay.
You hit a metal, black metal door, but are currently like up to your chin in murky water.
Check if it's open.
Yeah, can I check if it's open, or would that be my turn?
No, yeah, you just bring your arm down and go for a door handle that there isn't one.
Okay. I'm going to. I'm panicking, so I would go to my go-to spell and cast Sleep on the cube.
Okay.
Sleepy cube.
Sleepy cube. And I don't-
Um,
Bardic inspiration, guys.
stop clicking things. I'm reading things. Spell sends creatures into a magical slumber. Total. 17,
17 to hit.
and it becomes. Wow. Okay. So you don't know if it's asleep or not.
Okay.
It's just there shaking. It's shaking
Did
its little
that
jelly
help
booty.
you guys?
They're still in this cube. That...
Yeah, that's my turn. I just panicked.
Okay. Ian. Well, no, we'll go Amanj, and then we'll go yeah.
Cool.
So you're
I would
currently
like.
engulfed in darkness.
That's true, but I was already kind of like feeling the bars, so
Mhm.
I feel like it's not crazy to say like I still know where they are.
Yeah, you can feel them in front of you.
Okay, I would like to punch them, and I want to break them.
Okay, go ahead and make an attack.
I think that I will also maybe do produce flame. So I want. Tell me if I'm allowed to do this. If I can use produce flame makes the flame appear in my hand, and then I'm allowed to attack with it per the spell, but I want to not throw the flame, but just punch the bars.
Well, you
with
have
the
an
flame in my
ability
hand.
that lets you do that, called Fangs of the Fire Snake.
Yeah, that's true. It's just unnecessary to extend my
Um,
reach, but that's fine. I'll do that.
Yeah,
instead.
produce flame is very specifically a
Great.
throw
Okay.
range.
Well,
spell.
we're gonna do Fangs of the Fire Snake.
Okay. So you place your hands in front of you, and they both are just engulf in flames. Underwater, however, you do watch as the flames dwindle a little bit, but magical flames still seem to have some sort of effect under the water. And you bring your fist, and this will be at a disadvantage, by the way, because you are currently basically underwater.
All right. It was a 14, and then it was a 26, so now it's a 14 still.
You bring your fist, and you just hear the dung. Nothing.
I'll
seems
do
to
it
happen.
again.
Go ahead and do it again. To the same one.
Yep. 19 to hit.
That one hits. You and you watch as a small part of it just moves
And-
ever so slightly, but it's going to take maybe another couple of turns for you to break this bar.
Yeah. I would like to, so that was fire damage technically, and I'm going to spend another key point.
That's true that
to
it would be fire damage. It's
Mhm.
halved underwater.
Well, I'm assuming I'm not punching it underwater. I can, like, lift my arm out of the water.
So you're punching the top of it?
Yeah, you're right. That's stupid. I'll punch it underwater.
So it takes half damage. Is it
Okay, and
completely
I'm going to
engulfed?
add a d10 of fire damage as well, which will also be halved, but... Oh, well, it was 3.
So 2.
Yeah.
So
That's
altogether,
it, that's me.
4 points of fire damage. Okay.
Bummer.
Even less so. Lionette, you're up. You are currently
Alright.
engulfed by this cube.
Yeah, so is strength check to get out?
It will be your action to make a strength check, yes.
Alright, so. That's a 13 on the saving throw.
13 is just a little bit more than what you needed. You
Perfect.
and push your way out, and now you are just engulfed underwater instead of the cube. But you don't feel yourself burning anymore. So you are currently pushed out to here.
Okay.
That's your action.
That is my whole action.
Yes. You could action surge.
You're right, I could, and I think I am going to, and I'm going to take the disengage action.
Okay.
And then run away.
Yes, and I'm going to 1, 2, 3, 1. I'm gonna go here. Right.
Okay. So you disengage from this creature as you get away from it, and just the fear is taking over a little bit. You don't want to go unconscious again. You're drowning. Everything is fucked. Ian, you're up. You are currently in magical darkness.
Is it as if would I be able to move?
Yeah, you can move.
And it's half, correct?
Half movement, yeah.
I am going to move.
Okay. You are just sort of like, you are completely blind right now, by the way.
Yeah.
Just moving to your right.
And I can't. Wait. Can I use detect magic as my action to kind of? Because she's a witch, so would I be able to detect her magic?
Go ahead and give me a wisdom check real quick.
Okay.
13.
13.
Okay. You know that if you are currently in the same sphere of darkness that you saw her use earlier in the battle, then that itself is magical. If you were to cast detect magic right now, you would just detect the dome around you, which might even blind you further.
And I...
Pardon?
Is that my action?
No.
Okay. I'm going to use my bonus action and cast Shillelagh?
Shillelagh, yeah. You on your sickle or your quarterstaff?
My sickle.
Okay, you take your sickle out and cast Shillelagh on it, and it begins to glow this pinkish purplish light.
Then can I just kind of swing it near me to see if I hit anything?
Go ahead and make an attack roll disadvantage.
Okay. Disadvantage. Roll 20 is breaking.
Roll 20 is exploding. It does that. I
Won't
mean,
work.
no, we love Roll 20. It's the best program.
20 is...
Offer us.
10, unfortunately. You just underwater now, basically completely engulfed by water. You just swing underwater and you hit nothing.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I think
That's your
that'll be my
turn.
turn.
Yeah. Hey, Anna.
Hi.
It is you.
So first things first, what do I see down this hallway?
That is not a hallway. That is a wall.
Oh, okay, cool.
So there's
Okay,
like just a little alcove, sort of.
No, that is a wall. Much like
Okay,
this.
it's just
is a
revealed
wall, yeah.
on the. It's just revealed on the fog of war, so it looks like something.
Yeah. It's not.
Okay, cool. Good to know. All right.
As of right now, by the way, Hannah, the boxes that you're currently standing on are sort of lifting a little bit because you don't weigh too much, so they're lifting in the water, and you are currently your head is very nearly touching the ceiling of this room.
This is so bad. would I have to use my action to do a perception check to see if there's like anything to let the water out?
It would be an action, yeah.
Okay, I don't think I can afford to use it for that. Can I try to repeat the exact same crossbow fire that I did last turn and not take, like, would I not take disadvantage if I'm just trying to do exactly the same thing I did last turn?
You'd still be blindly firing into pure darkness. So you can attack, but you'd be at disadvantage.
Okay.
Because you wouldn't know if that bolt hit or not, so...
That's fair. I'll take that then, because I do have Colossus now. If I hit her, if I knew I hit her.
That's the point,
Alright,
yeah.
I'm gonna-
Should have said that.
I'm gonna try, because I can't think of anything else to do.
Okay, go ahead.
15.
15. Let me check. That hits her.
Hell yeah.
For 9
Well,
points of piercing damage.
concentration, baby.
And she needs to make another Constitution saving throw to keep up concentration. That is a 13, so yeah, she's fine. DC's
Okay.
10 currently, so.
Cool. Well, that's. I guess I'll take. Well, actually, I don't think I can. Let me just check something. Yeah, I can't. I guess bonus action. I'm going to stick a hunter's mark on this cube because it's there.
Okay, you cast Hunter's Mark on the cube, and it begins to blubber.
Yeah. Cool.
Like
Hooray.
it cries?
It is just blubber.
All right. That's my turn. That's
Why
all.
do they
That's
hurt
everything
me?
I can possibly do, and I did it.
Okay, at the top of this round now, the room, there is maybe around 8 or so inches before the water completely fills this room now. There are small air pockets at the
That's so
top,
bad.
and when they are up next rounds, you will all be completely engulfed in water. But it is now Sariel's turn. Sariel, knowing that Amanj is doing what he's doing, is going to come towards. Ian, you, out of the corner of your eye, just see something. Actually, no, you don't see anything. You hear water just past you. You can go ahead and make an attack roll disadvantage with your sickle. If you wanted to. 7. You just swing in that direction. Nothing happens. Amanj,
Mm-hmm.
you are about to be attacked.
I figured.
That is a 23 to hit.
Oh, you know that will hit. Yeah.
Rude.
Yeah.
You go for another punch. You can't currently see this happening, so you can't cast Cunning Words, unfortunately. I apologize. But you go for another strike, and before you can really reel back, you feel this sharp pain in the side of your neck, and then you feel yourself and grabbed by something and pulled into a physical form. As you look and see that you are currently grappled by Sariel. You take 11 points of slashing damage.
I love that.
And you hear her, even underwater, in your ear just whisper,
I am Sariel Nox. No one escapes my lair.
and that's going to be her turn. Desmond,
Yeah.
what you got to do, buddy?
Question.
Answer.
Can I firebolt from inside?
You very much can at disadvantage.
Feck it. is what I say to that.
Yeah, you know this thing's pretty fucking easy to hit.
Disadvantage, firebolt, 14 to
14
hit.
hits.
8 points of damage. Inside, I just...
You bring your arms up and the flames begin to just appear out of the palm of your hand, and you begin to fire the bolts of pure magical essence. And how do you want to end this?
Oh my god!
Yay!
Okay.
Finally think.
We did something right before we all drown.
I'm so proud of you, but also just so focused on shooting crystals underwater.
So, Desmond, how do you want to end this creature?
I want to fire this, and the firebolt doesn't seem to go much farther than the palm of my hands, and then cracks start to appear in the cube, and light of the firebolt just escapes from these cracks, and then there's a moment of just stillness, and then just jelly explosion.
Okay. You guys watch as Desmond just places his hand out, not looking like he's trying to escape. You watch as the flames bubble up in his palm, and he just and this small bead of flame just rolls out of his hand, looking like it's doing nothing. And then you watch as it begins to splinter off into almost like a spider web sort of pattern just in front of Desmond's. And then you watch as the cube wakes up because it was asleep. Because apparently gelatinous cubes are not immune to sleeping. Yeah, to unconsciousness. They are conscious. And you watch as the spider webs grow off into both sides of the front of this creature, and then there is just this as it just breaks into 1,000 little pieces underwater. And Desmond, you are currently not engulfed by the gelatinous cube, but you are currently underwater.
There's half a second of relief before I immediately start to drown. And then I would like to look around panically and head towards the staircase, because I don't know, there's a gate on there probably.
You wouldn't. Yeah, you didn't see it. So you have so technically you can move anywhere in this room now because you're swimming, but you only have half movement.
Yeah.
You see that there is this like sphere of darkness in front of you for some reason.
Oh great. I've only got 25 feet, so half of that means I can only move 2 spaces, I believe, which is perfect.
Okay.
I'm gonna float at the top and take a big breath.
Okay, you swim to the top, and you are currently watching as it just fills completely as you take your last breath. Lydia.
Quick DM question. Would it be an action or a bonus action to just look around and investigate the room to see if I can see any other way out or anything that might help the drowning situation?
You can certainly make either a perception check or an investigation check as your action, yeah.
Before my action?
That will be your action.
Okay. Then I am then going to just swim toward the darkness because I know that's where the exit is as much as I can.
I'm gonna let that
Pitiful.
go because he can have one more, but yeah. So just as a point, y'all cannot speak anymore. Verbal components cannot be cast.
Really? Because I had a really awesome Dissonant Whispers ready. I had a great limerick ready to go. Damn it.
I fucked up, not realizing that Firebolt has verbal components, but I would say that if you wanted to cast a spell with verbal components right now, then that would be your last breath, and then you would be drowning.
Oh, but I can? One more?
If you wanted to.
Make it count.
The only way I know, the only way I know how to do this is to just do something to the witch.
Currently can't see her, by the way.
But I know she has something to do with this, and she lied to me, and I hate her. So I don't know if it's smart, but I don't know what else to do. And with my very last breath up near the ceiling, I'm gonna just shout to the witch. You tricked me last night. I have to admit, you kidnapped my companion and lured us into this pit. You pretended to be beautiful, but I guess you're just transmutable. Go to hells, you ugly, lying piece of shit. And I cast 2nd level Dissonant Whispers.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
DC of 14.
A creature of your choice within range that can hear you. Yeah, you don't have to see her. You just know that she's in that fucking orb of some kind. Okay. Wisdom saving throw.
Oh, please tell me it did something.
Please fail. Please fail.
Fail.
That is a 13 on her wisdom saving
Oh!
throw. So she
Oh!
fails.
Yes.
She takes 10 points of psychic damage and has to move as far away as possible away from you, which means that she is now backed up against this wall with a mange in her grasp.
Ah, damn it.
Actually, no, she can... Away from you would be this way. So she moves...
Back.
All the way back, baby.
From the bars, I would
5,
hope.
10, 15, 20, and hits the back wall. With a mange still in her grasp. So technically a mange is out of the darkness right now, but you are in her grasp. And she needs to make a constitution saving throw to keep the darkness up. Which is a 19, so she's fine.
And am I able to, like, hear this happen, like, through the water?
You can just barely make out Lydia saying something above you, but that's all you hear.
I, like, feel them moving through the water at all?
You feel there is movement somewhere in front of you, yeah, near where the bars came down. But that's all you really have to go on. And then Lydia, you take your final breath and you watch as the water engulfs you completely and is now hit the ceiling.
Oh, God.
Amanj,
Yeah.
you are currently in
So-
this woman's grasp.
Yeah, not my favorite embrace ever. Can I... She's between me and the wall. Can I do a sort of, like use my body to try to slam her against the wall?
You certainly can try, yeah. I'll go ahead and give you an unarmed strike at disadvantage.
A disadvantage?
Yes.
Well, fine. That's a 7.
You just try and push her, but her strength seems much more than you would anticipate. But that's your first attack.
Yeah, I'm gonna try it again.
Okay, go ahead.
13.
13 just misses. You try and headbutt her and push her into the wall, but once again, it just goes past her head, and you watch as she, holding your neck now, your head goes past, and her eye just looks at you at the other side of your face, and she just...
That's all I can do.
That's all you can do. Okay. Lionette.
So what's my swim speed?
Half your normal speed, so 15 feet.
3
Alright.
squares.
So 3 squares.
I think that the best I can do is probably this.
Yeah, that's as far as you can go. And you just see a dark orb in front of you.
And I think that's my whole action. I don't think there's really anything to do. She can't see in front of her at all. Oh, can I do a perception check, actually?
You can certainly attempt one, yeah?
Okay.
That'll be your action. What are you looking for? Just the witch? Sariel?
Yeah, the witch movement, just
Seven.
like whatever I can see in that direction. I bet I rolled a 7.
You swim to that position and just stop for a second to try and get your bearings, and there is just nothing. You can see Desmond next to you, struggling. But that's it. Nothing. So that's your turn. Ian, you are still in this orb of darkness.
So I didn't actually, I didn't see them move or anything like that, did I?
No,
I
you can't see
probably made
anything right
some
now.
motion of water when I was
Yeah,
trying.
there was some sort of current to your south, but
Okay.
you are, as I've said, currently blinded.
Okay, so moving, to right here wouldn't really work because I didn't see her move over there.
You can move 3 to your which would be your right, which would take you out of the thing, which you wouldn't know technically. So yeah, there's some shit.
I'm gonna do that. Try to move out of the.
So you're just swimming the same direction that you were swimming, and eventually, and you break some sort of light, and you see that just to your south, you see Sariel with her hand just crushing Amanja's throat on the back wall.
Mm.
You are currently 10 feet away from her.
Everything's 5 to hit. Damn it. Just I can move, correct?
That's as far as you can move, yeah.
Healing? Any of that?
She can't speak.
Oh, bugger.
All of my healing spells are speaking. Wait a second. I'm gonna think of doing something really dumb.
Dumb's always good.
Yeah, I mean, we're sort of out of time for smart plans that are well thought through. So
Yep.
The
The best time for a dumb decision.
Okay, wait. I have the book. Wait. Any animal I turn into can't swim, correct?
It cannot swim, no.
Okay.
You get that at
So-
level 9.
They
Turned
can't
into
swim,
an.
but they are free hit points.
Yeah. But you can also still drown in them.
Yeah, but then you just turn back into Ian, and then you could become a different animal for a while.
Yeah. I have. Trying to think of which one would even work. Could turn into a lizard.
You could.
Could float on water.
Do you
Is
want to turn
the
into a
water
lizard?
all the way up into the
It
ceiling?
is
Like there
now
is-
the entire room, yeah.
Yeah, we're in a fish tank at this point.
Essentially, yeah.
Become something that can do attacks on her.
I could become a wolf.
Do it.
Is that your turn? Is that what we do?
So,
Em?
okay, yeah, I'm gonna turn into a wolf in the middle of the water.
Okay, just
Nice.
out of just instincts and not knowing what to do in the instance, you see Sariel to yourself and just begin to shift yourself, and you guys watch for the first time, for most of you, for all of you in fact, the first time you watch as Ian just turns into a fully grown wolf in front of you, and it's just doggy paddling in the water now.
Great. Beautiful image.
That's your
At
turn,
least
though.
if I have to die, the last thing I see is a cute puppy.
You see a cute pupper, yeah?
Was that a bonus action?
That's your
or-
action, because you are not
Okay,
a main druid. So that's your turn.
Yes.
Okay,
I'm just a doggy paddling now.
Hayana.
Hi. So, Hayana takes a big gulp of air, drops underwater, reloads the crossbow with a silver bolt,
Okay.
bonus action pulls, I guess, the spell energy of the Hunter's Mark out of the air and like redirects it to the hag.
You can do that, yeah. So she is now
And
marked.
I am going to just shoot her. 'cause,
Okay,
like,
what is
I have
your
no-
what is your weapon's first increment on range?
It is. Wait, sorry, I have to change this to edit mode so I can look at all the information. It's 100 feet.
100 feet? Yeah, you're fine.
Yeah. Cool. So I'm going to.
Unless the weapon is a crossbow and nets or a weapon thrown. So yeah, you're fine. So go ahead and make an attack roll normally.
And I'm going to add my. If that doesn't hit, I'm going to add my bardic inspiration.
So
He can't tell you whether it hits, but
yeah,
you
I'm not
can.
gonna tell you whether it hits
Oh,
or not.
okay, that's fair. Here, 15.
15
Yeah, 15
is
to
her
hit.
armor class.
Cool. So there it is, and then that's going to be 15 piercing damage.
15 piercing damage. Okay, how do you want to end Sariel?
Oh,
Oh, thank God.
Yes!
So
Oh, God.
Today.
Oh, we're
Diana
still
takes
drowning, but
that big gulp of air and just like very calmly, honestly, like just drops, raises the crossbow, and it's like there's Ian is turning into a wolf. Amand looks like fucked up. And I was just like, this is it. We're all gonna die. This might not fix anything. I don't know, but at least she'll be dead. And just very carefully aims and shoots her like directly through the temple.
Okay. So you just take that last breath and then drop. You look directly to yourself and see that she is just up against the wall, just whispering into Amanja's ear that there is just this blood just pouring out of Amanja's throat. And you just aim, and you see the shockwaves just ripple out of where the crossbow fires. It very quickly, like a harpoon, just Amanj. You're just there in her embrace, and you hear as she just says,
They will know that I am not a joke. That what I like is not an...
and she just stops. And you feel her grasp just let go. And you turn and see that there is a single crossbow bolt just directly in the side of her head. As her eyes just flow back into the back of her head, the dome of darkness just drops and disappears. And Sariel just stops moving, goes limp, and just floats directly to the top of the ceiling and just hits the ceiling.
Cool. I'm also gonna swim towards the group.
Okay.
Hi.
Yeah, are we out of combat order right now, or no?
Currently, you are out of combat. However,
Oh God.
you are still
We're
drowning.
still drowning.
Okay, I'm gonna actually grabbing Sariel's like shoulder or arm or something, swim towards the door, dragging her body,
The door? The metal door?
or the purple thing, this thing.
Oh, the bars.
Gate.
Yeah,
Okay, you
I
drag her
forgot all
towards
the
the gate.
words for those things,
You drag her towards the
And-
bars.
and I want to punch it until it breaks, or I do.
Okay, go ahead and make an attack roll. Disadvantage.
10.
It just doesn't seem to be going as well as you would hope. I'm gonna say right now, go ahead and give me an athletics check, and this is going to be your check to try and break these bars to see if you're strong enough.
Bugger.
Oh!
7.
You begin to try and snap one of the bars, and you just feel this click in your shoulder, and this battle took much more out of you than you expected, and you just start to
Hyanna's
not
gonna
be able to.
swim over.
It was a natural one, by
I'm
the
going
way,
to try
team.
and swim over too.
So smart people.
Who are they?
Who are they?
Yeah.
Who are they indeed?
Not
Don't make-
Hyanna.
Ian and Lionette, go ahead and give me intelligence checks, please.
Okay. I was gonna say,
Yeah.
can I bite the? Can I bite the bars?
Not a disadvantage.
Okay.
So 11. Ian, you begin to
Yes.
think back, and it's fine. You're shapeshifted as wild shape right now, not polymorph. So you keep your intelligence. As a wolf, as a pupper, you begin to think back to when you were not pupper, and when you saw Sariel hit something on the wall you're next to
Oh, yeah.
that began the water coming in. So what do you want to do,
Okay.
guys?
Hyanna's gonna try to like break the bars as well, because that's
Okay.
really all I've got.
Give me
Sure.
an athletics check, please.
Can I give her advantage for helping? Can I help, or am I
rolled
You rolled
useless
a
now?
Remember-
natural
Accident.
one. Yeah, you're useless now.
Cool.
I rolled.
Remember
I
where the
rolled
button
with
is?
disadvantage by accident.
But that's still
Um,
your roll because it's the first roll that you rolled.
No, the higher. No, wait, is it?
Yeah, you wouldn't
Oh,
have
it
rolled
is.
with advantage. You would have rolled normal, so it would have been 6 plus 4. So
How far away is
unfortunately,
the button?
give me a
Oh, I
perception
did
check.
nothing.
The wolf. I have 40, so now I have 20.
No, perception. So
You use
roll a
your
perception check.
Ian skill.
5.
I believe you had advantage on this as a wolf, right?
Okay. Yeah, I do. I do because I'm near everybody.
No, keen hearing and smell. So technically it wouldn't be sight, so no, it'd still be 5. You begin to like scratch at the wall next to you and you find nothing. But the rest of you see that she's doing this. So now that we are currently in a situation where you are all drowning,
About to die.
what is everyone's constitution modifier?
I got 0.
Plus 3.
Plus 3.
Okay, so
Lydia has +2.
Heyana, you have
Hi.
a minute until you're unconscious. Lydia, you have 3 minutes, and the rest of you have 4 minutes until you are unconscious. And
God, you guys
Drowning.
are so con.
Could I
Um,
swim over to Ian and Lionette in that time?
yeah,
Yeah, I want to assist Ian. I still have my bardic inspiration too.
you do. So go ahead and give me an investigation or a perception check.
Yeah, I think we're all just feeling up and down that wall.
Yeah.
Okay, I am going to go with perception. That is a natural 20.
Natural 20 for
I'm
Lionette.
gonna roll investigation.
I got an 11
Well,
investigation. Oh, I
There
still
was-
had.
there's a
Makes up
natural
for that
there's a
garbage
natural
roll
20
earlier.
on the
Oh, there's
roll.
a natural 20 on the board.
Don't
so-
worry.
I know.
So you watch as
God.
Lionette, you swim over towards Doggo Ian, and watch as she's like scratching at the wall, and then it clicks. There was a button that she pressed, and you begin to look around, and you remember the exact location that she put her hand. You swim over to that and feel around the area, and then feel there is a loose brick in that wall, and you push it in. Nothing happens immediately.
Okay.
And then you look over towards the grate. The pipe at the back of the room. The pipe just the current stops moving. And then you are all dragged. I need everyone to go ahead and give me strength saving throws, please.
Joy.
Cool.
21.
Bye.
Oh god.
Lydia,
No.
you're up that pipe.
So
Can I wrap her in my arms as a bonus action?
Aw.
Both the halflings and Lydia are going up that pipe.
what is your roll disadvantage, Des? Randolph?
Maybe.
Sorry.
He rolled a
my-
6.
It's a 6.
Yeah, what is
No,
your
but
roll
it's
disadvantage?
It's a 19.
It was on disadvantage and I forgot to
Okay,
take it off.
so you got a 19. So Lydia and Hayana, the only ones with a 4 and a 6, you feel yourselves dragged 20 feet in this direction. 5, 10, 15, 20. 5, 10, 15,
Worst
20.
fear.
As
Can I-
some sort of drainage is happening near this door.
Okay.
The rest of you hold your own, holding on to walls, and Desmond, you hold on to the side of that corner there. Is there anything you guys want to
Can-
do as Hyana and Lydia
Can
are
I
both?
attempt
Can I try to grab her hand?
Yeah.
Well, you're still going. So if you wanted
But
to
just
grab
so
her
we're
hand, going together.
just so we're drowning together, yeah.
Okay.
We'll go down together.
Desmond, you want to do something?
Can I attempt to grab Hyana as she goes past?
Okay, go ahead and give me. This will be an athletics check from Desmond.
Okay, I have bardic inspiration as
You
well.
do.
That
That is the
Good.
whole fight.
a 5.
Do you want to use
Just-
the inspiration?
You should.
No, but it's going to add much. 7 whole
You-
points.
You're holding on to the corner and you try to reach out for Hayana's hand, and Hayana, you see him doing it, and then Lydia just grabs your arm and you both go 20
Bye.
feet further, going 5,
Oh.
10, 15, 20, and both impact with this back wall. You
Ooh.
both take 5 points of bludgeoning damage
Okay,
as you
okay.
impact the
could be
wall
worse.
with a force. And you are now just there, sort of being dragged up against the unopen, luckily, door. And you guys watch as slowly the water is being drained out of the room. It takes around a minute or so. Hayana, at this point, you do begin to drown.
Cool.
You watch as it slowly begins to subside and go down the water level, but Hayana being pulled up against the wall, Lydia being right next to her, you watch as her eyes just begin to cloud over and she begins to just shake as she is just drowning. And Hayana, you go unconscious.
Love it.
And then eventually the water out of the room is just this small 2-inch puddle in the entire room. And you are currently safe. You watch as
I mean, I'm not.
the
But...
bars,
Time to do CPR.
you watch as the bars
Yeah.
to the stairs slowly begin to rise. And you hit the ground and then look over and see Hayana is on the ground, not moving.
I give her mouth to mouth.
Okay, go ahead and give me a medicine check.
Lydia, you just jumped in there.
I'm right next to her.
Go ahead and give me a medicine check.
It's innocent, I swear.
You
It
know.
is. You guys always make it dirty. It's innocent.
+5 in medicine.
15.
15. Yeah, that stabilizes her. You begin
Yeah.
to blow into her mouth and do a little bit of medieval CPR.
Staying alive.
Taught at all medieval colleges. You begin to pump into her chest. That sounds really bad.
Come on.
It's fine.
Come on. Ugh.
And you watch as water just bursts from her her throat. She is still unconscious, but you can tell that she is not currently in any danger of dying of drowning.
I can still cast Cure.
You can indeed.
I got one more. Gonna.
Okay, so Hyana, you're at 6 hit points, and you just
Oh my god.
begin to puke up water as you get up. and see that everyone is gathering around you.
Oh, I'll move myself. I didn't just stand over at the wall.
Did we win?
We won.
Yay!
I
Never
think.
do this again.
I never
No.
want a stressful thing like that ever again.
And with that, I think we'll go ahead and take our break.
Ooh.
Ian shakes out her fur.
Misha, the
Ah.
human flayer, shakes out just anxiety.
Oh,
Wait, is Ian
that-
still a doggo?
Wolf, I haven't changed
A
it back
wolf?
yet.
yeah,
Okay.
Woof.
But yeah, that was intense, guys.
That was close.
Welcome to
I
boss
didn't
battles
win.
of my games.
I didn't think we were gonna make it.
But you did. Because
All
you're
of the
strong.
jokes in general, just everybody have their second characters ready.
So, we're going to go ahead and take a quick 5-10 minute break so we can all get refreshments. Everyone at home can go ahead and get refreshments and any breaks that needs to happen. But we'll be back in around 5 to 10 minutes with whatever comes next.
I'm gonna go
So,
breathe some air.
see you guys in a second.
Lived.
Okay, and we are back. Welcome back, everyone.
Woo.
So, you guys have just recently defeated and killed the Witch of the Feldimire Bog, Sariel. Hayana, you have just woken up from drowning, which, quite frankly, was the worst thing that has ever happened to you. Very
I'm not
easy.
convinced of that, but it's up there.
You basically died, but you're awake, and
I
there's-
saved your life. You're welcome.
There's about a 2-inch, like the water's around 2 inches high in this room right now. It is a little bit damp. Yeah. What would you guys have to do?
Is the body of the witch still there?
I believe a munch has her. Yeah, just
I
dragging
too,
her by
I'm-
the arm.
I'm tr-
What are you
Hayana
gonna do with
walks
that
over
witch,
to-
Manj?
Do we take the
Hannah walks
whole
over to
thing or just the
Amaj.
head like the warden asked?
I was going to bury her.
No, we need to get paid.
Yeah,
can
we
give me
need
the rest
proof.
of her. Can you give me
After
my short sword
this?
back?
We can have proof with.
Can you give me my short sword back?
Oh yeah, hand you the short sword.
Cool. Hyena used that short sword to cut the witch's head off.
Amanj like jumps backward.
Okay, you take around a minute or so to bring your short sword down and start just cutting, and then eventually it, and then the head just is detached from the body. You see that her eyes are just wide open.
I pull my silver crossbow bolt out of her skull.
Yeah, you get that back.
I pick up the rest of her body then and start walking up the stairs.
Okay.
I want to search the rest of this basement because I know there's a room with bars to the left-hand side of us.
Yes, Lydia would like to help. Just look around.
Yeah, I want to look around and also specifically look for the rest of my crossbow bolts.
Okay. Hayana, go ahead and give me a maybe a survival check to find your crossbow bolts.
Cool.
Oh shit, Des, are you okay? What happened?
It's bad.
Desmond's like slouched against a wall.
I like snap in front of him. I was like, what happened when she took you?
I can't remember much. Actually, no, shit. I like pull my shirt down and look at where I was injected with something. I look at my chest. What's going on?
What? She injected you in your chest?
Yeah. She had some kind of needle-looking thing.
Did she say what it was?
Well, not really. She seemed pretty impolite and not very forthcoming, to be honest.
Ian, can you check if you're getting a magical vibe off of that?
Yeah. Can I wolf shape?
So you unpup her?
Yeah, I'm gonna unpup her.
Okay, she unpuppers. While they're doing this, Lionel, go ahead and give me an investigation check. But you unpup her and walk on over. Go ahead and give me a medicine check, Ian.
+5.
Yeah.
2.
By the way, Lionel, give me a investigation if you could. Morgan. 22, yeah. You walk over and where Desmond is like pulling up his shirt, you do see that there is a small incision, circular, like an injection that went into the side of his belly, yeah.
Oh. No.
Do you feel different?
I feel fucking scared. Do I feel different?
No.
I'm good. I think.
Alright, well, keep us
You
posted
think?
if you stop
Hmm.
feeling okay, I guess.
Yeah. Well,
So now the guy that explodes random spells out of his hands has an unknown substance flowing through his veins?
Question mark, question mark.
Great.
It's like,
it's very
Ian,
traumatic.
you don't know like a lesser restoration or anything, do you? That maybe would get rid of a disease if he was infected with something.
But I would have to take the short rest to be able to do it.
A long rest to get your spells back.
A long rest.
Okay, so tomorrow then. Okay.
Lionette, by the way, you're looking at this black metal iron door, and there is no visible handle or way to open it, and you are just stumped as to how you are going to get this door open.
Who's the strongest?
Me or
Lynette,
Amanj?
I would assume.
Yeah, strength. My strength is 18.
I want to cast full strength on Amanj.
Amanj is
isn't-
left.
Is upstairs.
Yeah.
Okay, then I cast it on Lionette
Okay.
and hit the door.
Do you have any second level spell slots left?
Yes, I do.
Because I feel like you used the two that you had. One
Yeah, I
for
don't
lesser
think you have
restoration and
any.
one for gust of wind.
Oh, I did, huh? Never mind.
Yeah.
Darn it.
Cool.
Cool.
But Lionette, you
Alright,
gonna try and break this door down?
Okay, before you break the door down.
Well, does it seem like the kind of door that slides up, or does it look like a door that swings open?
With that investigation, it's a fucking door, yo.
I have no idea. Okay, she is not going to just try and smash into the bars then.
Dem's
no.
a wall in there somewhere. There's a room, I tell you.
Yeah, Hyana wants to like.
For now, I think she's
listen
going
at
to
the door.
have a sit.
Can I try listening at the door?
Oh my god.
That's what you hear.
I'm so sorry.
You hear the fart of a dragon.
Should I roll perception?
Yeah, go ahead and give me a perception check. As you mosey on up to the door here.
I'm sorry, which one am I rolling?
Go ahead and give me a perception check.
Okay.
19. You place your ear up against the door and listen, and very distinctly hear the sound of draining water. And then it goes quiet completely.
May I go inspect the body of the witch and see if there's anything?
Amanj took her outside, I believe, right?
Oh,
You?
We have to
well,
have
I'm gonna
to
go
look at
follow
that.
Amanj then.
Okay. Lydia, you start running upstairs. So, outside, Amanj, you are currently up in the inside of the hut of the hag. And what are you doing?
I'm looking for a place outside, actually, where there is dirt that I could possibly bury the rest of the body in.
No, like, good places that you can see within the bog in your peripherals right now, no.
Alright, then I'm gonna poke a stick around and see if there's any water deep enough to sink a body in.
Oh, yeah, all, as if you remember, all around this hut
Get
is
the
essentially
spoon
like
to
a
get here.
lake.
Yeah, is it
Which-
deep enough, though?
Looking at the lake, it looks a little bit less deep than when you had to wade your way through to get over here.
Mm-hmm.
But it is probably deep enough if you wanted to give her a ocean burial or a lake burial.
Am I in the room?
As Lydia, you come on upstairs.
Hey, wait, just 1 second.
Yeah?
May I have a moment with the witch? You know, she got me. I just need to, tell her an internal fuck you and say goodbye.
Of course.
I inspect her body for anything I can take to sell.
Go ahead and give me an investigation check.
10.
You go through her very sparse pockets. She is just covered in blood and very wet. But you go through all of her things. You find a pouch to her right side, which you open and go in, and there is just like dust in there, like ash. But as you're searching around in that ash, you do feel something physical in there, and you take whatever it is out, and it looks to be this small black round opal.
Okay.
What's
I
that?
take that. I don't know. We should have it investigated or take it to someone who knows something. And I put the pouch, the dust, and the black opal in my pocket.
Okay.
You did really good in there. I know that was scary, but
I don't think I helped much at all. You had some really great lines.
oh, thank you. I mean, that's what I do. But you actually punched things. That was cool. Sorry.
No. Do you think it's crazy to want to? I don't know. It seems. I just want to. Are you done with the body? I was going to put
Yeah,
her
you can
body in the
take it.
swamp.
Yeah, do what you want.
Okay. I'm just gonna carry the body over to the deepest part of the water and put it in and quietly mutter one of the prayers to Mishackle that his mother taught him.
Okay. You take the body and kneel off of the edge of the central land that the hut is currently on, and you say outwardly, what languages do you know? You know Celestial, right?
I do.
You say something outwardly in Celestial, and then place the body on the water's edge, and you watch as you bring your arms away and the body just begins to slowly float down and is around 6-ish feet underwater.
That's enough. I get up and brush off my clothes and return to the rest of the group.
Okay. So you guys start coming back downstairs. Hey Anna, you looking around this door, you check the sides of the walls for any sort of switches or levers, which there are none. and then you look at around the 8-ish foot mark of this 10-foot door, and there is an interesting looking almost like oval slot for something to be placed in.
Okay, are the other two coming back inside?
You hear footsteps coming downstairs, yeah.
Hey, did either of you check the body?
Yes.
There's like a
Yeah, I did.
There's like a hole above this door. It looks like there's maybe space for like a little like a gem or something. Maybe it's like a key. I think the bodies of the other two raven guys maybe in here. It seems like a holding cell.
Lydia, the thing that you picked up.
I walk over to the door and reach in my pocket and attempt to do it myself.
With the opal that you found?
With the opal, I take it out of the pouch.
Okay, you take the opal out, and Hayana sort of like points way up above her head, and you see the small slot. Do you place the opal within?
Big dice energy.
Okay, I believe we are back. My sincerest apologies. Once again, my internet decided to literally shit itself. But we're back. So, where were we? You were putting the opal into the door, yeah?
Yeah, with the opal in the door.
Okay. Lydia.
And shake it all up.
Lydia?
Yes, I put the opal in the thing. We thought you were just creating a lot of tension.
I was. That's totally what was happening. That's definitely why this video is in 2 parts. But you take the opal and place it gently above you into the slots. And it fits perfectly into the oval slot. And then you watch as a portion of the door itself begins to glow. 2 circles around one circle around the opal, and then this almost oval shape, but it's got points at the end and angles. And you very quickly realize this is the symbol of an eye. You watch as the door and begins to slide upwards. And it opens.
I did it, you guys!
And
Yeah.
reveals an interior. You see although damp and look to be recently flooded room, but a bedroom nonetheless. A purple velveteen almost bedsheet upon a fairly okay yet moldy bed. A single table in the bottom corner that appears to be pretty beaten and broken up, and a broken chair in front of that.
Is there anything like on the table, around the table? Can I investigate the table?
Go ahead and give me an investigation check.
Yeah, Lydia would like to go in the room and either help her investigate or...
Well, please help me.
Okay.
I'm gonna roll that again.
May I help her so she gets advantage?
Yeah, go on. Go on then.
Cool. It's 16 instead
16.
of the 5 that I rolled initially.
So Lydia's in here as well. So you're both looking around this table, and doesn't seem to be anything around or on this table. But Hyana, with a 16, you get like down and look around, and you see that there is some sort of shapes under the bed. That what you can see from an angle.
I guess, fair warning, there's something under the bed. I'm gonna check out what it is.
Should we pick up the bed?
I ready my rapier.
Sure, yeah. Let's flip the bed.
Yeah, I want to flip the bed.
She's not
Okay.
gonna be sleeping in it no more.
It's a pretty big bed as well. You realize that Sariel in her hag form was around 8 to 9 feet tall.
Whew.
And this bed is definitely made to fit her.
Okay, well then maybe instead of flipping it, we're gonna lift and drag.
Yeah, you can easily flip it though with your 18
Oh, okay.
bloody strength.
Wait.
And with the help of 2 individuals, you manage to pick a side of the bed up and begin to flip. Who is going to be looking under as it's being flipped?
I mean, it's probably the shortest person, right?
Yeah.
Makes sense. So, hang on one sec. I think... Amanda, can you talk real quick?
Yeah, I can talk real quick.
Okay, there
Hello.
you go. Now it's working. I think that for some reason it's constantly saying that you're talking right now, which is fucking with the Discord overlay.
Yeah, I think it's just that my mic is really sensitive.
Okay, fair enough. So Hayana is constantly talking, it's fine. You look under the bed as it's being pulled up, and now Lionette looking in through the doorway. What you see is 2 humanoid bodies wearing blackened chainmail with very wet feathers, raven feathers on their shoulder blades. But when you you look at the armor and think ravens might, and then you look at the heads, and you watch as both of the heads and look towards you, and just begin to do this. And
I dropped the bed.
what you see, what you see is not a humanoid head. It is not a person. There is a pumpkin on the top of this armor. And you sort of watch as their arms just outreach towards you, and they just begin to...
Are they human arms?
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, that's really gross and fucked up.
I stab my rapier into pumpkin.
Oh.
Can I do that?
I definitely feel like I should put these dudes out of their misery.
Yeah,
what the hell?
You take your rapier, Lydia, and just sink it directly into the pumpkin heads.
14 to hit, 8 damage.
Easy enough. You and it just goes into one of their pumpkin heads, and you just hear this, and it stops moving. The crossbow you just fire, and it blows apart a part of the pumpkin-like head, and within, as you sort of look in, you see that the face is purely skeletal. And it just stops moving.
Oh my gosh.
Hannah's gonna search these bodies for any kind of like identifying item because I want to bring them back to the warden.
Okay, go ahead and give me an investigation check.
Be careful. What if they bite you or something?
20.
Turn
You
into a pumpkin at midnight.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Maybe
You
though. Maybe.
begin checking over, and they don't necessarily have any paperwork or anything of identification.
Yeah, looking for, like,
but each of them
personal
do
belongings.
have a separate symbol of a raven's head, the symbol of the Raven Queen, on their person.
Alright, I'm gonna pocket those and I'm going to look at everybody and I'm gonna look like past Lionette out the door to Des on the table. Because I'm very worried that Des is going to turn into a pumpkin at midnight.
What?
You read my
Don't say
mind.
stuff like that. Stop it.
Yeah,
Um,
if these were her toys or whatever.
Which, like, that's super weird, right? Like, what does that even mean? Like, what was she using them
Well,
for?
how much time has passed now?
Also,
I mean, they've been missing for weeks, right?
Hayana, as you're
Yeah.
saying this and like searching over the bodies and pocketing the things, you see on the back wall, behind where the headboard of the bed would be, there appears to be a very clear red button.
Oh no.
Ooh.
Oh.
Push
Don't push it. Don't push it.
Don't push it. Don't push it.
I'm not gonna push it. but it's there just so everybody knows.
Should we maybe rest for a little while and then see what the button does?
Yes.
Yeah.
We should
have a
definitely
great-
push it at some point. But
Not right now.
Maybe go upstairs and rest.
yes.
So you guys are gonna go upstairs and take a short rest?
I'm gonna
Yep.
like
Oh,
double
I wanted to
check
the
the pumpkin.
other raven.
The other Raven Mite was dissolved by the Gelatinous Cube.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Hey, you guys, before we bed down and rest, do you want to hear a song I just wrote? It's my song of rest.
Yes, please.
Yes.
You're game 4 hit points, so you probably want to.
So everyone
I pull
gets
out
4
my-
hit points.
What are hit points?
So you guys are
Healthy
taking a short
people.
rest.
Yep, I pull out my lute
Yeah.
for my song of rest, and I sing, "We defeated the cube and the hag, and put her head in a bag. And now we'll rest, we passed the test. Now let's go back to town and brag."
Yeah.
Isn't it good, you guys?
I liked it.
boy.
That was
Thanks.
good.
Okay, let's
Hey,
rest.
Real quick, does anyone know how to get shackles off of legs?
Oh.
You know who I bet knows how to do that? Is Uluruk.
Hyanna tries to break them again because she was able to break the one on his wrist pretty easily.
Yeah, go ahead and make a strength check.
Okay. A second. I'm gonna use up my hit dice here.
Okay.
Okay.
There's also a
I'll
button.
also actually.
There's also a button that you guys can press called Short Rest, which gives you all of your abilities and stuff that you get on Short Rest back. Just for your name.
Good. 10's not gonna do it, I don't think.
No, you try and break the iron bands on his legs, but he's still shackled and dragging them along. You hear the cling, cling, cling as he's moving.
I'll try it as well because I
Go
sort
ahead.
of look at Hyanna and I'm like, she's very small.
Go ahead.
And then I get a 20.
20, yeah. You just sort of walk over and Hayana stops doing it for a second and you just grab both of his ankles and then just break both shackles on his legs and just throw them to the side.
Sorry, hope you don't mind.
I super don't mind.
Yeah. Thanks.
Yeah, no problem. Whew. Well, taking a nap, I think, seems
Actually, go
like a
ahead.
really good idea.
Yeah.
The Agrodal map, I think.
Yeah, I'm gonna curl in a little ball and go to sleep for an hour.
I'll since I have my hit points and I don't really need a short rest, I'm gonna stay watch.
Okay.
Just kind of keep playing
Go ahead and give me a perception check.
because I don't get my smell slots back. I'm sorry, trying to find perception.
Your spell slots.
Oh, 2.
You are just enamored with the absolute amazing song that you are making right now.
Typical.
Yeah. All right, that makes sense.
Just keep playing it back in your head, being like, yeah.
Yeah, I'm really bad at keeping watch. I'm like, yeah,
Ew.
brag and hag, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Hyanna definitely doesn't sleep, but Hyanna is chilling, I guess.
You guys rest down for the next hour. Is there anything anyone would like to do before you
Yeah, there is, actually.
go ahead?
As we sort of get down to the end of it, as people are sort of like, waking up from their little power naps, Hyanna is going to sort of find somewhere to sit, just to be like a little bit off the floor, maybe like a pile of books or a water damaged box or something, and kind of looks at everybody and says, "What happened yesterday and today can't happen again. I want to... Munch,
I have a question for you.
Yes?
Yesterday, you ran in, fists blazing, and you killed some people.
They weren't
And-
people. I'm sorry, but they weren't. They were weird frog people, and they were attacking someone.
Yeah,
I
and
don't
you
know.
just assumed that they weren't people because they were ugly and frog-like? Like,
Well, no, but if we see someone who's in help, who needs help, aren't we gonna?
I told you before you ran off, that was a trap, and it was a trap.
Hey, Manja, I think you did what you could. I walk away.
No, my question is, you killed that frog. You know, you don't want to call him a person. Sure, fine. You killed that frog in his sleep. Cold blood, and you left him to bleed out in the bog. And today, you didn't want to take the head of the hag who kidnapped our friend and tricked all of us and nearly killed us all. Do you want to explain that to me?
Amanj sort of looks up a little bit over your head while he's talking and says, yeah. You know, yesterday, what I heard was someone who needs help. Where I'm from, you don't just wait and see if things turn out when someone is screaming for help, because then they will be dead. Okay? You go and help and you figure things out later.
We could
And
have
that's
pulled
worked for
her
me
out
so
without
far.
killing them.
It's worked for me so far, and I think I made a mistake. I lost my temper because I almost died. Okay?
Yeah, you did.
And today I almost died again. And he points at his throat, which is probably closing up a bit, but it's still quite scratched up. And she was a bad person. She hurt Desmond. She hurt all of us. But that doesn't mean that she wasn't a person. And I was wrong about the bullywogs. I was wrong to run in, and I'm sorry. But I don't want to be the kind of person who doesn't have respect for someone just because they were on another side. So I wanted to bury her. Yeah, because I hope when I die, no one cuts off my head and brings it in as a trophy.
All right.
I'm sorry.
I don't think you have anything to be sorry for, Manj, but we could just say we have differing opinions.
Yeah, some of us
We
don't think
will.
some people are people. And Ayana goes outside.
I appreciate that, Lydia.
Well, you're in the right. Don't let her make you feel bad.
I already felt bad. It's okay. I don't know how to tell what's a good idea, you know? In the moment. It's something I've been working on, but
You're young. You'll figure it out.
I hope so.
I'd like to go back downstairs.
Okay.
Goes over to Desmond and to make sure that there's no cuts or bruises or anything that she had missed beforehand, and to kind of see how his stomach was doing.
You, Desmond, you sort of watch as Ian just walks over to you and starts investigating your body, sort of moving your head to the sides, lifting your shirt up to check the hole. He
you feel
seems
now?
pretty well healed.
I think I'm okay.
Me if anything happens, okay?
Yeah. I will. Thanks. By the way.
Welcome.
Well, that and not leaving me to coming to get me.
We're a team now. We don't leave each other behind.
Yeah. Look around at whoever's still in the room and just give them the thanks.
I'm really sorry that we left you on watch.
No,
Was a bad idea.
I mean, I could have said no. And to be honest, did any of us think that that lady was a psycho murderer? Because I didn't. But from now on, when I meet a new person, psycho murderer, and then maybe.
The first idea.
Yeah, just default assume everyone is a psycho murderer and act accordingly. Oh well, that's the opposite of what I just said I should do, so. But out of curiosity, Desmond, your head doesn't feel like any sort of like it doesn't seem more like a squash than normal.
Desmond?
No.
Oh no.
Randolph?
Oh. He's back.
Randolph, what's wrong, buddy?
My internet just died for a second. What happened? Who died?
You.
You.
No, Amanj awkwardly asked Desmond if your head felt any more squash-like.
If my hand felt any more.
Head.
Your head.
And you ruined it.
Oh. I'm gonna feel my head. No, still sufficiently head-like.
Good,
Still
good.
handsome as ever, I imagine.
Ah, of course.
Ah.
Just update us if it feels, weird.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
a vegetable.
Yeah, if I feel like a vegetable, I'll be sure to inform everyone.
That's sort of a catch-22 though, I guess, because if you feel like a vegetable, then vegetables don't talk, so you'll maybe run into that challenge. So maybe we'll just keep an eye and see if you start turning orange.
Yeah, maybe we'll cross this bridge when I inevitably turn into a pumpkin.
Don't say
Perhaps when
that.
we get back to town, a priest can look at him.
Yeah.
Lydia pops her head from the basement again and says, "Hey guys, are we gonna push the button or?"
Oh yeah, button.
Yeah.
And
You guys do that. I'm gonna stay up here. No.
I'm gonna poke my head outside to look for Hyana.
You,
She didn't go super far because there's a lake.
Yep.
Yeah.
She's sort of like around the corner.
Hyana, I don't mean to bother you, but if you want, I think we are going to push the ominous red button, so if you want to be there.
Yeah, I guess I better. Okay. I'm coming.
Okay.
Okay.
And I go and find Lydia with the button.
So, you go downstairs, back into the bedroom, move the bed, and see the button on the wall.
Is there
Who's
anything
gonna
we should
touch it?
do to prepare? Okay.
I mean,
Hannah's got her crossbow out.
I mean, the way out is clear, and we know where the switch on the wall is to open the door. So,
Oh wait, actually, I'm gonna stand at the way out in case. So if the bars start coming down, I can like try to push them back up. All right, and just like yell, "I push the button" or something.
good call.
Okay. I jog over it and okay, I'm ready.
Okay. Who's pressing the button?
Who's standing there?
Is
Hannah,
Hyana?
Me and Lynette and Hannah.
Is Lynette there?
Yes.
Okay.
Actually, is it low enough on the wall that it's reasonable that Hannah would push the button?
Yeah. It's around like 3 foot up.
Ian's upstairs, by the way.
If there's
That's fair.
any kind
So
of
Ian and Desmond are staying the fuck upstairs.
that's fair. If there's any kind of hesitation with the other two, Hyena reaches out and pushes it.
Okay. So Hyana, you just walk up and click, and you watch as the button goes in very easily. Nothing seems to happen.
Did you do
Marge,
it?
You sort of
Yeah.
look around the corner and then watch as on the right wall, over from the door to the bedroom, the wall just sort of like detaches a little bit and swings open. Just ajar.
Guys, there's something happened out here. There's a door or something.
I run out.
Yeah.
I'm gonna use produce flame so that there's a light on my hand.
Okay.
And poke my head into the new area.
You flame on and look around the
Yeah.
corner, and what you see is a fairly...
Big Dice Energy.
Right, we're back again. I sincerely apologize. There's going to be a legitimate screaming at someone over the phone later, but I am very much done with this internet. I'm not okay with this. So,
Always when you create
fix
the
that.
most tension, too. The room was made of...
So,
Peppermint.
It just sucks that this episode is going to be split into 3, maybe even 4 parts. Who knows where the night's going to go.
We'll talk at the end of this
Mhm.
about that.
Yeah. But, so, you guys watch as the door swings open a little bit, and you peek your heads in, looking around the corner, and see that the room itself seems to be made of very natural stone, unlike the room you are currently in, which is carved and placed almost. This clearly was just left the way it is. You see that there is a long table against the far right-hand wall that has many different alchemical supplies all across it. And then all the way at the south side, right at the end of this fairly long room, you see that there is a chest. It seems like some sort of laboratory.
Lydia beelines to the chest.
Yeah, I actually also was gonna go towards it because I'm very nosy.
Okay. So you guys walk in and go towards the chest. It is this sort of wooden chest with looks like a padlock on it.
Oh. Do you know how to pick locks? I ask Manj.
I do know how to pick locks, but I don't have any lockpicks with me. Do you have any, like, hairpins or something?
I don't.
Mm.
I do. And Hannah comes over and pulls one of the, like, thousands of bobby pins that, like, keep her braid in place out.
Can I use that and try to pick a lock?
Are you proficient in thieves' tools?
I am.
Go ahead and give me a dexterity check with your proficiency modifier, so add 2 to it.
Okay. I've got 15 plus 2 is 17.
That's more than enough. You
Nice.
get down and begin to pick the lock, and easy enough, you feel as the last tumbler breaks, and you watch as it just clicks open.
Carefully open the door, the chase.
Okay, go ahead and give me an investigation check, please.
I would love to. It is 19.
19.
Nice.
Yes.
Why do I not roll these things during battle?
It'd be,
'Cause that's
like,
when it
great
counts.
if you could.
So, within, within the chest specifically, you find what looks to be 2 tubes of some kind that have like straps to them, like you could wear them. Sort of pick them up and look inside, and you see that there is this rolled paper within. Within the 2 scroll cases, you find 3 different scrolls, all looking to be arcane in nature. And just to the left of those, you see that there is a small bag of something, and you take a gander inside and see that there are around 10 various decent-ish looking gemstones.
Ooh.
You also sort of like poke your head up, and with a 19, you look around the room and see that just next to the chest on the table where the alchemical supplies are, there is a small rack with what appears to be 3 different colored like vials of some sort of liquid.
I want to pick these things up and carry them out of the room.
Okay. So you find 2 red potions. Write these down, by the way. You find 2 red potions. One appears to be the actual tube itself seems to be longer than the other. And then 1 potion that has this sort of dark brownish yellow tint to it. And then you also find 2 scroll cases that have 3 scrolls all together, and then a bag of 10 gems.
And and the tubes with straps on them, are those?
Those are the scroll cases.
Oh, got it. Can I read and like check the scrolls and see what they are?
Give me an Arcana check.
Oh, great. Amanja's strong suit.
I'm just writing this all
2.
down.
What's magic, bro?
Yeah, I'm just like, and I hand them to Lydia.
Would I should give them to Des, but I want to check them out first and see if I know what they are.
Okay. Go ahead and give me an Arcana check as well.
17.
17. Okay. Yeah. If you wanted to take around 30 minutes with these scrolls, you could identify all 3 of them. You looking at them and the clearly draconic symbology on each of them. The first scroll, which is kind of a small one, doesn't seem to have much in the ways of writing upon it. It seems to be a scroll containing a slightly higher level of the spell Acid Splash. There is then 2 sort of longer scrolls around the same size. The second one is a scroll for a spell known as Cause Fear.
Ooh, spoopy.
And the third is a Scroll of Alarm.
Okay, I wrote all those down so we can.
I put them in the group notes.
Oh, that is smarter than me writing them in my paper that I have.
Okay. So, 3 scrolls, 3 potions, and some gems.
I think maybe we should look at this stuff once we get back to town. Does anybody have a safe, I don't know, a bag or somewhere we can keep them safe-ish until we can go over all this?
Yeah, we should have Ian have a look at those potions, though. I don't. If they're nasty, we shouldn't be taking them anywhere. We should be getting rid of them as quickly as we can.
Yeah, okay. We'll carry them back up to Ian and put them on the floor in front of her and say, do you know what these are?
Or
Hey,
can you
look
try
at
to
this.
figure out what they are?
Would make I have proficiency in that.
You have proficiency in alchemical supplies, right?
Herbalism and alchemy.
Yeah. Go ahead and give me a wisdom check with advantage. So just click on wisdom twice.
Again. Oh, there it goes.
Just waiting on it. Okay. And nothing's popped up yet.
Okay, here it goes.
12. So looking at them, you pick up the small red one and begin to you uncork it and smell it. It smells medicinal. You sort of like sip a little bit, and instantly you're like, "Oh, that's a healing potion." Easy. You place that down. You look at the longer one, and it smells the same, a little bit more potent. So you can, with a 12, definitely tell that the longer red potion is a potion of greater healing, which is pretty rare to find. You place that down, but the third one, you smell it, taste it, and it's unknown to you what this could do. But it seems like it's not poison in any way. It's definitely a potion of some kind.
As she's doing it, she says, well, this one's a healing, and when she sees the greater one, she kind of like, her eyes get a little bit wider, and she's like, oh. And then when she gets to the third one, her ears kind of twitch, and she kind of like furrows her eyebrows, and she's a little bit confused, and she like looks it up and down, she swears a little bit, she's like trying to investigate it, and then she's like, I'm not sure about this one.
Fair enough.
2 out of 3 is pretty good.
Hannah picks up the greater healing potion and holds it out to Amanj.
Oh. I take it.
Okay,
And
Amanj,
you
you now have a
with
greater
that?
healing potion.
Yee.
By the way, to drink a potion in my game is a bonus action, not an action.
Yay.
Because using a whole action to drink a potion fucking sucks.
Yes, it does. Okay.
The other one I'm not too fussed about. Whoever thinks they can make use of it is fine, but you've gone down, well, almost down twice. I don't want that to happen again.
I appreciate it, and I'm sorry. I will try to stay up, but if I don't, we have this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Should we head back to town?
Yeah,
What
I
time
just
of the
need
day
to.
is it actually?
What day is it?
No, like what time of the day is it? Like,
Oh.
could we get back to the place that we camped yesterday if we traveled, or should we
Well,
stay here?
you woke up early morning around 7 a.m. and it only took you around 30 minutes to get to here, and you've been here
it's
for
not even
around
noon.
2 hours. So it's only around 10 a.m.
Oh yeah, we can. Okay, we could get out of the swamp today. Hey.
Yeah, you could probably get
I
back
would
to
love-
I'm all down
before
for that.
early evening.
Yes,
Love
I'm
to get-
wet and freezing. I don't want to be here anymore.
Yeah, let's get out of the swamp.
I would like to go downstairs real quick and get that opal from the ceiling, and then I'll go back up and
It
say, yeah.
appears like it's
let's-
still in the door that went into the ceiling.
Can I take it?
How are you getting the door open? Closed. It's in the
Oh,
ceiling
no.
right now.
Oh,
Bummer.
I can't. Fine.
You can have one of these other gemstones.
All right.
So, you guys are going over the lake.
Ugh, yes.
Yeah, I think so. Through it.
You guys
Desmond-
start.
Desmond looks properly exhausted, but he goes.
Okay.
Yeah.
You guys start wading through, and for Hayana and Desmond swimming through.
Yeah, Hayana makes sure that Desmond gets there because she can see how tired he is.
Oh no, yeah. They have to swim. I'm gonna pick Desmond up.
Okay. You help Desmond through, and as you guys get onto the walkways, I'd say Lionette and Lydia, you very quickly realize that in the sort of holes of your armor right now, leeches are trying to scurry in and bite you.
Ew. Yeah. Can I get them off?
Yeah, you just grab one and throw it off, and then you feel a slight pinch in the back of your neck, and one is just attached to the back of your neck, Lydia.
Ow.
Ugh, I'm
Guys,
gonna pull
there's
it off.
leeches in here.
Can I pull it off her?
Yeah, easy enough. You pull it off, and
Are we out of the water yet?
yeah, you guys get out of the water, and it's just
Okay.
Yeah.
Just
leeches
gross.
everywhere and horrible. And then Amanj, you sort of look over your shoulder and see that as you're like pulling a leech off, you look over and see that there is this one fairly large, maybe around 5 foot wide, circular, like cylindrical shape that slowly moves from the bottom of the water.
Oh no. I no. And I point at it and back up.
Looks like it's
I would love to
slithering.
kill a giant leech. I would love to
I
kill a giant
continue
leech.
towards the shore because we're already exhausted. I'm not looking for another fight.
Yeah, can we just run away?
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
guys
I mean,
sort of
we definitely take off for sure.
begin to back away, and who's at the back?
Probably Hayana because she was swimming herself, so.
Makes sense. So, Hayana, you get on and begin following your friends north around, trying to get out of the Feldimire. And you sort of look over your shoulder and watch as this large, scaled head with these two slitted eyes, around the size, the actual head itself around the size of your entire body, just appears out of the water and begins to look around. You see a very serpentine tongue just as it and dives
Wanna
back
pet
in,
it.
going
I wanna kill it so
around
bad.
towards the hut.
I want to pet it.
No.
And then the dog gets angry.
You guys, it is I think it's a super good thing that we didn't open that door while we were still fighting down there.
Yeah.
So
Does that thing seems to be staying at the house, or is it?
as you sort of like watch it as you begin to fucking leave, you see that the shadow itself appears to be going towards the house, yeah,
Ooh.
or at least in that direction.
Ugh, I'm gonna have to report
So
that.
we're fairly in the clear.
Yeah, perhaps.
Okay. I would like to do another
smelling-
leech check real quick, like a full on.
There's still a couple on you, yeah, and you sort of pop them off.
I would like to pop one off. I do have an empty vial. May I put it in a vial?
Ian,
Yeah.
you actually want to go and try and pet the huge snake?
No.
Don't do
Okay.
I'm going
I'm
to start
good.
pulling the leeches off while we're moving, but whenever we can stop, I probably want to doff my armor.
Is the armor broken? Like, does it have holes in it?
No, so I
No.
can check for leeches.
Yeah. You sort of like start taking parts of your armor off, and there are a few.
it. Ugh.
Just
Does
gotta
anyone
keep-
have any salt?
I don't. Do I... DM, I have 10 vials. May I pour what's out of a vial open and put a leech in one?
Sure, yeah.
Okay, thanks.
I'm picking, if there's leeches on me, I'm picking them off, and Cookie runs around and is like biting them.
Okay. Eventually
Oh,
you get all the
Cookie.
leeches off.
Yeah.
Cookie's fine.
Yeah.
Drowned.
And
I'm pretty sure
super
he doesn't
wet
have
and
a
sort of like
con
as...
score.
is it a she or a he?
Cookie is a mouse and does not have gender.
The Cookie the mouse just sort of pops their head out of the little pouch and just... a little bit of water just comes out, and then it looks around. Like, what the fuck happened?
I'm gonna put them up on my shoulder near to my hair that is on fire. So it's a little warmer.
Yeah, they begin to just snuggle up against the side of your neck and feel the flames. But eventually, you guys make your way out and around the north side of the Feldimire Bog, and turn towards Sutton.
Yeah, do we see any more smoldery hoof prints along the way?
Give me a survival check.
I would love to. It's bad. It's a 6 for the cast.
You're extremely tired and still like aching, and you just don't.
And I'm pissed also, yeah.
Yeah,
I
you're
have a
pissed
lot
off.
of
You don't see any, no. But you
It's hard to think straight when you're angry.
Yeah, it's very much so.
It's true.
But you guys have now left the cursed Feldimire Bog.
Do you think the Black Flagon has a bath service?
It better. Or I will bathe in the town drinking water. I don't even care at this point.
I'm with that.
I feel like we just had plenty of water, and I feel very bathed and very awful.
Well, you know what? Yeah, you're very wet, but also we all smell like a bog.
Yeah, it's a different kind of water.
That's a very good point.
Probably good for the skin. Doesn't smell very nice.
We've all just had mud baths. We are looking so clean, or not clean, but so like beautiful moisturized skin.
By the way, who has the head?
I have the head for sure.
So, you guys.
I want to take on the rest of the journey back, just like producing flame and like holding it near things to dry them off. And
Oh
by
yeah,
things,
you can
I mean
very
mostly
much do
me.
that over the next 10 hours that you spend getting your way back to Sutton.
Yeah.
You, for the sake of brevity, do find yourself coming into the north side, seeing as that is the easiest way to come in right now for you guys, of Sutton, at around early evening, around 8 p.m. What would it be? You make your way, as I come back to Sutton, because we can do that. You make your way down the main roads and reach once again the center of town, where I don't believe I preferenced this, but now that the town isn't as populated and a festival is not happening, you notice that there is a 5x5 square hole in the grounds, just in the middle of the town. That seems very out of place.
Does it seem freshly dug?
You know what this is, Hayana, seeing as you, Lionette, and Desmond have been here for around 3 weeks. This is where the spire appeared.
Oh, okay.
But you sort of look over your shoulder towards the Raven Queen Temple and see that it is very lit up. The doors are wide open as per normal, but there is a lot of light coming from within.
Are they having a
Having a
service?
funeral?
Only one way to find out.
I mean, I guess Hannah would maybe know upon approaching it, like, what kind of service might be happening.
Could be a sermon, could be a funeral. You'd have
I
to
think they're
actually like
just-
look in to see.
Hey, Anna, should we interrupt them? What do you think we should do?
Just stay quiet. We'll see what's going on. Worst case scenario, we know our way to the back office, and we can probably get around the crowds.
So do we want to like stealth up to the door?
Yeah, let's be quiet.
Okay. So
It's a lot cooler to just barge in and throw a witch head in their temple.
Probably not
Okay.
during a funeral.
Yeah, it's not really like a good vibe.
Anna's very tired. The dex is not happening today. It is an 11 for me.
I got
Okay.
a 21.
if
Are we
anyone,
stealthy?
if anyone wants to stealth, they very much can.
14, surprisingly.
That's
That's
dexterity
pretty
saving
good.
throw.
And then
That's
sneak
dexterity
attack
check.
damage.
Okay.
Ooh, Desmond is so
Hello.
sneaky.
Big dice energy.
5?
Internet is really fun, you guys.
Don't say fuck, guys.
Don't say
Oh no!
don't say
Yes.
fuck, even though it's extremely relevant in this situation. So,
Oh no!
can we actually get through this? Let's find out if BT can actually get through 4 hours of internet in 2019. But okay,
2019.
2019, by the way. Still can't edit tweets. But you make your way up the hill through the cemeteries of the Raven Queen Temple and see through the doors as you slowly, stealthily make your way up that there is a sermon happening. There are around 60 to 70 people in the pews and standing around the altars, just listening to a single individual. This where is that? They have long black hair, extremely pale skin, nearly pure white, blinding blue eyes that you can see even through the most shaded of dark. Seems to look like an older human, maybe in their 50s, late 50s, early 60s, with very, very long, black, heavily feathered, raven-colored robes. Single individual, they appear to be speaking outwardly, and you walk in the middle of this sermon as they say, "And I say unto all of you, you each have a destiny, yet infinite paths to follow within the woven loom, yet fate will dictate which path you go down. This is your destiny, and at the end of your destiny will always come the embrace. But do not be discouraged, do not be saddened, and do not weep for those whom are to fall. For an end is a natural combination of a beginning. It will always come whether you are ready or not. But it is also up to the actions you make, the people you meet, and the path you follow, which end you will come to." They then seem to look directly towards the doors that you guys are currently peeking in through, almost looking directly at you all. "Though some of us are destined for greatness, some are not. Some are fated to view their paths, some are left in the dark. and some are destined to die when it is not their time. The loom dictates all. They then look back to the rest of the listeners. And the nameless lady watches over that loom, yet she does not control it, which is why we worship, which is why we leave this light burning for her this night. And they then look back towards the base of the statue at the back, where you see a single candle currently burning bright. For we live in the light, yet she is bound to shadow. We thank her for what she did, knowing that she will be forced into her role. And so I ask you, leave a light burning for her, so that she may see those who do not sacrifice. They know her sacrifice. The Lady of Ravens, the Nameless, our Queen. And then they step away and look directly down as people begin to stand and bow, and there are a few people clapping at the back and a few people walking up to even try and get this person's attention. They begin to step down the stairs, and then you see Warden Garrett step up towards them and take their hand and help them down the 3 steps. Garrett then sort of looks around and sees you all towards the door. Sort of looks at you all and then helps this individual down the left path, where you know Garrett's study is, his office, and also the gigantic black raven door.
Hyana nods to the statue and then heads over to that hallway.
Okay.
I'll follow.
Lydia whispers to Amanj, well, that wasn't ominous. Jeez.
Yeah, I mean, we've been dealing with nothing but ominous for like the past week.
Okay.
Oh, and then she follows them.
Okay. You guys start to make your way down the left path, and you sort of see that some people are still engrossed into prayer. Some people are speaking, a few people are leaving. And as you guys begin to walk down the left path, you see that the door, the large black iron door with the symbol of the raven's head upon the center, is being opened by Garrett. And he looks back, as does the other individual, the speaker. They look back and see you. Garrett just... I assume you can make it from here, Blackwing. And they smile a little bit and nod. And then look back to all of you. Looking at each and every one of you in the eyes individually.
Lydia looks down and is very uncomfortable when that happens.
Hyana meets both of their gazes. Confidently isn't the right word, but not with any kind of like nervousness.
I think Amanj will actually bow slightly when the Blackwing look at him.
You bow, and you hear their voice once more just speak out and say, "There is no need for that here."
Speak well.
We killed your witch.
they look up towards Garrett. And Garrett just... Thanks for that.
Hannah like glares at Lydia.
Really skewers the mood.
I
My-
mouthed to Hyana, "Geez, I'm sorry."
My black wing, if you would. And then he gestures into the room. And you watch as the black wing just... Yes, my guide. They look back towards each of you once more. And then down to Hyana. There's a little bit of a smile. And then they make their way into the room. And the large door is closed behind them by Garrett. He then looks back to all of you with a very different look on his face than the Black Wing had. You couldn't have come tomorrow.
Look, I'm going to be frank with you. I don't exactly have a place to store a head overnight.
And he looks at where you're keeping it and sees it. Ugh.
Yeah, how were we supposed to know you were in the middle of a thing? I mean,
You
sorry,
wouldn't.
we just...
My apologies.
Yeah, we didn't have your calendar.
Please, come. And you watch as he walks into his office.
Hannah scoots along with the head bag.
Lydia follows.
Good old head bag.
You sort of watch as he's going
Head
through
bag.
a few drawers on his desk and he takes out a sealed envelope and then just looks at all of you and then... You all smell like a bog.
Yeah, we all
We nearly
almost
drowned in
drowned.
it.
But all of you are here.
Yeah.
That speaks well of your abilities.
I'm so glad we could get your approval.
He
Hannah,
narrows his
rolls
gaze.
her eyes.
We're a little bit tired. I'm sorry. It's been a
Understandable.
very long day.
He places his arm out towards you, Hyana.
I pass him the head bag.
He takes the bag and just...
And I am also gonna, once that's done, I reach into, Hannah reaches into her pack and pulls out the two ravens symbols and places those on the desk and says,
The third was there too, but unfortunately his body was lost. There's also a monstrous snake out there. I don't know if it was held in the hag's home and escaped when she died, or
Mid-sentence, he
around.
hands you the sealed envelope.
Okay. I
Go to the mayor's house in
Look
the
at it.
morning. He places the head on the table. Go to Berthold's house in the morning. Give him that, and he will pay you.
okay.
And he looks down towards the two symbols. And looks genuinely saddened. But shakes it
Passing
off.
him.
Do not weep for the fallen. Their fate had come.
I am sorry for your loss. Do you know where we could get a bath?
He just stares at you for a couple of seconds.
I said I was sorry for this loss.
Desmond's gonna glare.
Let's check at the inn.
Thank you for what you did. I understand that it may have been hard to end another life. It always is.
Hannah bows a little bit stiffly because honestly, this time around it wasn't hard for her. But doesn't say that. Does say thank you for putting your trust in us.
He looks up a little bit. I need to put it somewhere.
Yeah.
Now, please.
Yeah.
I wish to pray.
And Hannah turns to leave.
Sort of watches he goes around the table, sits down, and places three fingers just on his face and drags them down where his scars are on the right side of his face, and just appears to be looking off into the distance, thinking.
Lydia keeps following Hannah to know what she's doing in here. Lydia doesn't know what to do.
Yeah, I think the rest of us probably will leave.
Okay, you'll make your way out and see that the congregation is sort of split now. Everyone is either leaving or going back to what they were doing within the temple.
Let's go back to the inn.
Yeah, Des needs to sleep, and we all need to stop smelling so bad.
Yeah, are you guys attached to those rooms at that other place, or do you want to come stay with us? I mean, the Black Flag room's not so bad.
Yeah, I
Pretty
mean, we were
comfortable.
staying at a total shithole, so yeah, I'm fine.
Okay.
You're fine to come or you're fine to stay in
I'm
the
fine to
shithole?
leave the shithole.
Ah, okay. I don't want to make decisions for you.
You guys all make your way back to the Black Flagon Tavern,
Mhm.
and peeking in and walking in, looking around, you don't see the barman, but there is a singular individual just in the center of the room, drinking. A human man with well-kept white skin, buzz-cut black hair, well-kept facial hair, fairly well-kept blackened leather armor with raven feathers on his arms. Sort of sees you all enter and looks up from his drink. Elias.
I knew it.
Sort of looks at all of you. How the fuck are you not dead?
I walk up and I sit down like cool, like with my legs really wide open, like backwards on a chair, you know, like 90s. And I go, that's
You're
no
gonna
big
rap
deal.
with him about drugs.
Yes. Hey,
I
kids.
say, oh, no big deal. We just finished the job. You guys couldn't. And I take a drink of, is he drinking something?
Yeah, he has a large flagon in front of him.
I take his flagon and I take a drink from it.
Sort of
Damn.
looks at you.
Yeah.
Gets taken aback
Very
a little bit.
90s.
Big move.
Well, that's theft. But alright. That's well done, I guess. They didn't send me out to do it, or else, it would have been done just as easy. But
Yeah, of course. Don't worry, we fixed your problem. I stand up and kick the chair back.
Alright,
And
no
I'm like,
problem.
this town is now safe again, thanks to us.
Oh, my hero.
I walk upstairs because I feel like I had the last word.
Hannah is so tempted to punch this dude in the dick.
Yeah.
But does not.
Easy access.
If the rest of you are sort of looking at him, he watches Lydia go upstairs. Looks back
Can
to
I
all of you.
insight
Go ahead.
19.
Yeah, you know what he was doing. He looks back to all of you. So, I don't know what to say. Well done, for not dying and such.
Thank you. Well done on doing whatever it is you do with your time.
You don't want to know. And he winks.
Probably not. I have a question that you could actually perhaps be helpful with. Do you know if this place has a bath or a shower or a pool or something?
A bath.
Yeah.
See, information like that don't come cheap. I am fucking with you. Jeez. He stands up.
Diana was like definitely like pulling her sleeve back. Like,
He stands up and starts walking upstairs and just
I'll
motions
follow.
for you to follow.
You follow.
If you go all the way down, take a right, then take a left. There should be a row of doors. There are 3 or 4 working tubs in there.
Thank you.
He puts a hand out with a smile.
I give him a high five.
You insult me.
Hannah
I
punched
insult
him in
you?
the dick.
Make an attack roll.
Would this just be a straight up strength check?
This will be a straight up strength check, yeah. No. You
Nope.
like swing and he just moves out of the way very dexterously and he just were you trying to fucking
Not the first time that's happened to you, huh?
No.
Hannah's already like walking down the hallway, like, thanks.
Have a nice
what was your name?
bath. Elias.
Elias. I'll remember that.
Pleasure to meet you, dick puncher.
That's my name.
Her
Don't
name's
forget
Hannah.
That's a good nickname.
Yeah. Lydia was in that room with the bath and she heard that and she's like, actually, that is a really awesome name.
Anyway, so you know, if you he sort of like leans into you, Amanj.
Mm-hmm.
You seem a little bit cool, friend, so, you know, if you ever want to do anything, let me know.
Just stare him
Ooh.
straight in the eyes and say, yeah, if I ever want to do any kind of single action, I'll let you know. And then I go off toward the baths.
What do you mean a single action? And you just hear as you just step around the corner. He sort of
my
looks
God.
down to you, Desmond. Smiles.
Hi. Sorry.
Alright, kid. You
I don't...
wanna buy some
Yeah,
drugs?
you?
Like,
Want
Hannah
some
like,
drugs? What?
calls from up the hall like, Des, get over here.
Okay. What? Yeah.
You just sent me a raven, yeah?
See you later, man.
It's not even a hard fucking name. And you just hear as he starts stepping downstairs.
Gets weird.
He doesn't try to like get it with Lionel. Like he just sees her. He's like, no, she's a narc. She's a square. Clearly.
She has like narc radar on her. Like she has sirens on her head, you know?
Everybody knows.
It's alright. Some people just have square energy. Big square energy.
That's disgraceful. Anyway, that's disgraceful. So, as you guys take individual baths and clean yourselves up for the evening, eventually finding yourselves into your individual places of rest.
When you say individual,
yeah, I mean
you
you're
sleep
assuming
in
a lot.
Amanja's room.
Thanks, buddy.
And
Yeah, no problem.
eventually, sleep takes each and every one of you. And you ready yourself to meet Mayor Bertolt Hayuk in the morning. And get paid, hopefully.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what we'll go ahead and pick up next week.
All right.
Yay! Did not die. No one died.
You guys got back to Sutton.
I'm impressed with us.
Well
I am.
done.
Did it.
You guys
No.
fucking, you did it.
Ooh.
Well done. You survived. This
I'm
time.
emotionally and physically exhausted.
Time.
Yeah, I am doing the big death. But fantastic episode, everyone. Thank you, everyone at home. Thank you all so much for watching. Just another quick reminder that the VODs, all 4 of them, are available immediately after the show ends. And will be up on YouTube on Monday, in as many parts as we can handle. But until then, we love your faces, and learn to swim, forehead.
Yes.
Super
Wear your
important.
stilts.
Bye,
Strap
everyone.
Wear
your
your
life
seatbelts. Remember your life jacket. And we'll see you guys next week. Bye.
Bye.